allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary political, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. This one not the off in mind, not the off in mind. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. And in the touch like every corner, like every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want to power, them promise us say we go get net and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything. Every day dollar, every day higher power, higher power. Them talk say, make we off mind, make we off mind. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Make you lie down, make you lie down. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. My people make me shut down, make me shut down. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, man of the masses. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Mayegun diary political, diary political. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. This one not the of the mind, not the of the mind. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk, no one make person talk. That Mayegun, that man too they talk, that man too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, say Mayegun diary. But every day then they take money in box, take money in box. Come and begin, they hug, see them talk, say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Make you laugh, people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. People make you shout, people make you shout. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, man of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from once again. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today.
Mayegun diary, diary political.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you so much.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Sorry if the music is sort of going up and down, like back and forth, okay? I'm going to fix that. And share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and just tell them that.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa bí.
And yes, right.
They have started threatening us again. Oh.
Yeah.
They said there will be consequences for your reactions or the way you criticize Kolu.
And yes, right.
The Zamfara thief, Mattawale, is the one sending the warning. All of you causing thiefnubu, making videos, going viral, be warned. You are not going to be tolerated. Unwarranted criticism, he called it. If you are hungry, just be careful how you react, how you call thiefnubu's name. Today, don't worry about the music now, okay? So sorry for the late start once again, and I bet some of you are kind of getting used to that now, because transferring equipment from one place to another same day can really be tedious. Well, thank you very much for joining me again tonight. So share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayeguti Day. So we have a lot on our plate tonight, and it all borders on the panic mode that Nigeria is in. The people are panicking. The government is panicking. And right now, everyone is looking for the scapegoat. You know, one beautiful thing about this time is that I do not see in thiefnubu and his gang of thieves being able to withstand any national protest that has to do with this hunger, if it should take place. Because historically, at least in the modern time, these guys have been the ones behind protest in Nigeria. Civil society organizations, they have been those funding them. And a lot of them that condemned the removal of subsidy in 2012. Today, they are the champion of it, even when the person that removed it had no single plan. So, today in Nigeria, everyone is agitated. Those in government have lost it. They have no bearing and so clueless. Since their ambition and intention is to loot and steal, then their own kind of panic mode is going to be paranoia kind of. And I would love to see it happen. The first time a near national protest could have taken down these ridiculous criminals of APC, Egbekegbes, and their murderous, ruinous regime under Boko Haram was EndSARS. It was so powerful that if it was to have gained a national coverage, these people would have been history now. Some of them probably would be dead or in jail. Others would probably be in exile. But that wasn't successful because they were able to muzzle everyone out. And yes, divide and rule also played a very good role. But you know something now? The second time this, and I remember how shook they were. They were all shaking until when they expected the retaliation of them shooting and killing protesters to escalate the following day, and they will begin to run away from Nigeria. Since that didn't happen, that gave them time to recover and regain control of the oppression, which lasted till now, through your charade election, which has also made a lot of you more angrier at Nigeria. Now, listen, it doesn't even matter whether you support them or not anymore now. Those who support them and those who didn't. The extension of the shege is now brewing something that is going to be bigger than your EndSARS. And I can bet it right now with you. Tinubu's government is in panic mode. Everyone is a suspect. Right now, they are pointing fingers here and there. And as usual, their last final card is going to be the tribal ethnic card. But I want to see if tribal and ethnic and religious card can indeed defeat hunger that is uniting a lot of you today. Some are already hungry. Others are scared of becoming hungry. The whole place is all madness everywhere now. Everyone is angry. Maybe not everyone is hungry, but the fear of hunger is the beginning of wisdom for a lot of you today. So if something should break out, that is when they will bring back that tribal ethnic days. And I want to see how much of that will play. Since they will tell you, is all these things, is it now that Nigeria is bad? Is it because he's a Yoruba man? Is it down that he's a Yoruba man that they want to remove him? This is a gang up against Yoruba. I want to see how that is going to work. Because they are going to play the card very soon. Things are going worse. Like worse. Do you understand? And the only counter argument they can have right now, since yesterday now, they went to a store in Abuja. They sealed up the place because they said those people were increasing prices of goods, right? Astronomically, illegally. This morning, they went back to the place to open it. They said it was based on wrong information. I told you, they will target people. They will not tell you the economic ruins and policies they are making that is causing this. They don't want you to talk about that. Okay? They want you to talk about those people who bought goods with their money, Abi, and now the fear of them losing their businesses completely has made them targets. They will open your shops, your stores. They will accuse you of trying to destroy Tinubu's government. Then eventually, everything will now end on the Igbos. Don't ever forget that. A lot of you today are speaking your mind, but I promise you, once this escalates, because it is going to escalate very soon. Yes, it's going to escalate very soon. These Olori Brukus, the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, they are bringing back that it is the Igbos that orchestrated this. It's the Igbos who did it. They are the ones who are in charge of economy. The Igbos are the ones who are into importation. They are the ones who wanted to bring Tinubu's government down. They are going to play that card very soon. Write it down. But I want to see if that card is going to defeat the hunger, the depression, and the frustration that every one of you is feeling today. Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, the East, the West, the North. Right now, some people are even beginning to ask, how come now only the Yorubas and the Hausas and the Northerners and the Westerners are the ones making videos of hunger? Especially if you remember the role some elements from these regions played when they were playing their religious tribal card, when the Igbos became their targets, when every of these Olori Bruku Ale Yorubas decided to back a drug dealer and call their fellow Yorubas Omo Ale for a drug dealer, a drug baron. They turned around, they said they were defending the sovereignty of Yoruba. They are doing self-preservation for drug dealer. They justified the tribal politics of APC, the attack on Igbos. They justified it. Now that the hunger is resetting everybody's brain somehow now, they are now saying, how come the Igbos are not making videos of the hunger? That's where they start to. Here you get. Arewa came out, they said, this hunger too much. How come, right now, we are all one Nigeria. The Hausas, the Yorubas, the Igbos, they should come together. It's not only the Igbos, so because now everywhere, everybody, they feel them. I am yet to see the videos of people from the Niger Delta, they call South or Southeast, making endless videos, lamenting about the cause. So what they are now saying is that waiting the people from the eastern part of Nigeria, waiting then they do. We be say, though They are also affected too. But somehow, they are not complaining. They are not cursing. They are not swearing. In fact, they are pretty much like the most prepared. Don't forget, it's not that they are not affected too. But it's like people who didn't expect anything. They say, no, we are not putting our hands in it. In 1999, Obasanjo, Falaye, and who was that third person that contested elections? The Igbos, the Easterners, the Niger Deltans, right? They supported the Yoruba man, voted for him. In 2003, they returned the same favor again. In 2003, Obasanjo, Bokuwari, they were on the ballot. The Igbos, despite the fact that Bokuwari went on to go and pick an Igbo man as his vice president, the Igbos, they went for Obasanjo, a Yoruba man. In 2007, Yaradua, Bokuwari, the Igbos, the Easterners, they went for Yaradua, rejected Bokuwari. In 2011, Bokuwari, Jonathan, the Easterners rejected Bokuwari, they went for Jonathan. In 2015, the same thing happened. They rejected Bokuwari, and they went for Jonathan. Since 1999, when it comes to national politics, only the Igbos have actually shown interest in the national development by choosing people who indeed, at least to some extent, show that they are capable to be called national leaders, not regional champions. Do you understand? They have been those. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. But this is facts now. This is on record. But the same criminals who were playing their tribal ethnic politics that has taken us to nowhere. A lot of them who told you about thiefnubu, they are either people who never lived in Lagos or never been to Lagos when thiefnubu was governor. Or they were toddlers when thiefnubu was governor in 1999. But it was easier for him and even those who came after him to ascribe the real work that the likes of Fashola did, that the likes of Ambode did, to ascribe them to thiefnubu, who turned Lagos State. The Lagos State that was kind of a little bit normal. When Marua was their military governor, a military governor was building housing estates. Thousands of them that are physical today. He was building health centers that are today in Lagos, military. thiefnubu came, brought in his Agbero, and they became tax collectors. And they said he increased the IGR of Lagos. But what happened to the development of Lagos? Zero. If he did so much in Lagos, at least the same Osho did that Fashola later came to chase them away, which gave him that, stellar picture of, he's an action governor. People who lived in Lagos then, were those who rejected thiefnubu. Even in Alimosho, the headquarters of APC, ACN, headquarters of AD in Lagos, historically, they defeated and destroyed thiefnubu there. Those are people who lived in Lagos. Today, man, wait and tell you, say build Lagos, that also owns half of it, if not more than that, because it is his inheritance, kind of. A mega shitty that has no drainage system, no road, no road, good road network. They have no electricity. They have no security. They have no real housing. But they have no drinking water. That is the template of who they told you was coming to do Nigeria better. So today, they are now calling on everybody to be one Nigeria, to stand up against the hardship. People will tell you, say they won't drink your tears for 8 years. under 8 months, their own tears is now kind of drowning those of you waiting the way to drink your tears. You are now swimming in their tears. Every, left, right, and center. Ebini, Ariwoni. Sure you get. They are now calling everybody to come and be one Nigeria to save Nigeria. From who?
Nigeria of nowadays, we are suffering. People come on Gary, we can't buy Gary again. Gary has come as a cocaine. Food we can't buy. Rice we can't buy. We can't feed our child again. Even if you want to give your child food, you can't ask him that have you already eat? You say you can't tell him I should be the food. You can't tell him like you will ask him are you eat? Even look at our student now. They want to go do NECO. The NECO thing they want to do, there is no money. We don't have money to give them to do the NECO exam. No anything. All our child, we put something on their head to sell up and down so that we will get money to eat. Some people got motor, car, they use the car to carry passenger up and down because there is no money. To buy food is a problem. To buy clothes is a problem. To buy food is a problem. To get money is a problem. Another person carry rope to hang his neck and kill himself because of suffer. This suffer is too much.
The suffer is too much. There's something about quickly. Sorry, a little digression. Sorry. Why we are here, and everyone is trying to kind of join on Facebook. Do you know what Facebook did? Facebook just removed everybody watching the video, this broadcast on Facebook. Even though the broadcast is still live, but they did not allow anybody to watch it. How is that? I'm going to put that back on that same Facebook. You know what I mean? So people are now calling. Let us all come together and defend Nigeria. Oh yes, all of us will just die. Stop mocking people because they voted for thiefnubu. They did not know that it's going to be like this. They did not see it coming. Let us all come together. As for the northerners, they are now threatening that they can no longer control their people, the hunger too much. The same northern cleric who told you that in Islam, when you have a Muslim as your leader, there will be peace, progress, and prosperity. Now, if you now have 2 Muslims in charge of your country, you are the luckiest alive. They were telling their mumu zombies in the Sharia North. However, you remember that guy that was following Sheikh Osama bin Gumi around? They even came down to Yoruba land to come and condemn Sunday Igbo and Yorubas for saying we are going to stand up against the Fulani terrorists that are ransacking and ravaging our areas. You remember that guy? Anyway, I'm going to ask you to ignore the messenger. Just take a listen to his message by telling us that from what they know is cooking in the north, it be like say thiefnubu don't even understand this hunger. It be like say thiefnubu no waiting they come. Meanwhile, they are also asking especially the Igbos, Igbos, we all need to kind of ignore the past. Let's forget the past. Let's come together and face this thing because this country is our own. Really? Igbo cannot be your president, but Igbos can come and do zobu with you, Abi, in the name of Nigeria, so that when you are done, you can have somebody to scapegoat and say, now the Igbos cause harm. So the Igbos are asking people not to join any protest anywhere now. No go tell them, say you do military, they plan coup, you go join them. No tell them, say that they do protest, organize this, you go join them. But you know something? I have something to say about that. Omo will stop by and hear this guy. A quick one.
The primary problem is that it doesn't even understand the cause. It's in denial. The primary cause of what we are going through today is the recklessness of this government and this president by suddenly removing fuel subsidy on the day he was inaugurated. without looking at the balance sheet of the country, without consulting, and without knowing what the problems are. Flippantly, on May 29th, just removed fuel subsidy without having any fallback plans. You don't do that, and that's why we're going through all of this. Price of food is going up. Inflation, as at yesterday, was 29.9. The dollar, when they came to the naira, was 680. Today is 1,500. Everything is going up. And they are surprised because they don't have a plan. And I said it from the outset that in August last year, that Tinubunomics is nothing but a very painful pill for everybody to die. And people are dying. This president started this policy before he even assembling his team. It clearly showed that the president was being advised by shadowy, armchair, theoretical economists that know little or nothing about the sufferings of our people. And we all know all this policy is just a prescription they got from the World Bank. In Washington, D.C., they got a prescription. And that prescription is killing our people. We've been raising our voices, telling the president and the governors. The president looks like he's just drowning. And the economic team, all they are doing is like flailing their arms as if they are drowning. I saw the three economic team the other day on TV at the National Assembly, and I was a lot more depressed than when it started. The Minister of Finance, the Central Bank Governor, and the FIRS boss. The honest truth is that they do not know how to get out of this mess. This self-inflicted pain they've put this nation through. They don't know how to get us out of it. And we are warning them. And we do not see what Martin Luther King referred to as the fierce urgency of now from this government to get us out of this mess. We are in serious trouble. Everything must stop. There is hunger in the land. Democracy means nothing to a hungry, angry, homeless man or woman. What they are doing is akin to a doctor coming into a room, patient's room, and just looking at the numbers. Oh, the blood pressure is this, the pulse is this, instead of looking at the patient. They have no connection with our people. Our people are suffering. Millions of people, predominantly women and children, go to bed hungry in this country of plenty. Nigeria has no reason to be poor. Nigeria is not a poor country, but our wealth is in the hands of a few. And we see that, even the cost of governance. They are living as if it is 1999. Our people are dying. That is why in the North, we had the voices of our traditional rulers. And they should take it seriously. You remember when the First Lady visited the Emir of Kano 2 weeks ago? The Emir of Kano told her, go and tell Mr. President that our people are suffering. There is hunger in the land. It was a coded message, because if the president does not read the papers, if he does not go through social media, if his advisors would not tell him the truth, the emir was telling the wife, go and tell Mr. President. As a follow-through, all traditional rulers in the North met in Kaduna 3 days ago, and they came out with a screaming headline all papers took 3 days ago, read by the Sultan of Sokoto. This country is sitting on a keg of gunpowder, and there is nothing more they can do to stop the anger of their people. They've run out of excuses. In the North, our traditional rulers are the last bus stop. When they start talking, leaders need to sit up and listen. We're in big trouble. Our traditional rulers and our clerics, 2 days ago, yesterday, the sermons in all the mosques in the North, people are suffering. There is hunger in the land. People are dying. In the midst of plenty, leaders sit up. Any leader who does not listen to the sufferings of his people does so at his own peril. What we are afraid of, we're not afraid of what is going to happen to politicians. We're afraid is what is going to happen to our country, Nigeria. This country we love dearly. This country that has given us more than we have given back. This country that has been formed on the blood and sweat and tears of our leaders past. No.
Oṣó ni, àjẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣẹ́ni ni, afàìmọ́niṣẹ́ni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Amen. So that is a subtle threat to thiefnubu coming from the north. And he delivered it perfectly well. He said the northern leaders, the northern traditional leaders, once they start talking, leaders must sit right. Sit tight. I'll sit right. These northern traditional leaders that are so powerful that, and they care so much about their people, they watched Bokwari destroy Nigeria for 8 years. Don't forget that. So that is why I don't think they are powerful. They are hypocrites. And it seems the hypocrisy, the fakery that they put together called a contraption, Nigeria. Now that same hypocrisy goes scatter am. I share, inshallah, 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 in Jesus' name. Because whatever you put together with hypocrisy, now hypocrisy, treasury, will scatter am. So I like that. Now that the northern traditional leaders are awake, they should tell their people to start it from the mosques. He said he is worried about what will happen to Nigeria. Of course, you should be worried, sir. Because this Nigeria you see now, you shall see no more when the shit finally hit the fan. Here you get. This is the road to Armageddon. Those who survive, they will tell the story. And you know this Egypt, people will not go back to it anymore. They've had enough. Enough. But yes, if Kolu is going to be the catalyst, be our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, more threats.
62% of those votes came from the north, predominantly the northwest. So, needs to be careful. He is a politician, and he is working like a one-term president. He's doing like he doesn't care. People that voted you in, predominantly, they are the ones you are sidelining. So these movement of these MDAs to Lagos are not good news for the north.
All right, Prof, just a quick one before we let you go. You've mentioned the pulse of the nation and how traditional rulers are, speaking out. But a lot of people will say that we see more of this from the north and the southwest. Surprisingly, it's been rather curiously quiet from the southeast and the south-south. Would there be a reason for that? And if the agitation...
In fact, before we get to that, that was supposed to be the bridge that will now take me to share the southeast, get some special antidote against this hardship. Abi, they just know that since we are not part of it, we know what this means. We will deal with the consequences until we have our breakaway, which is really simple. Symbolic. I want you to listen to this part of tears. Still like, little bit.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government botched this negotiation with Niger after the military.
He's still talking about hardship caused by thiefnubu by closing the border with Niger Republic. I thought the North was producing the food that they bring to the rest of the South. So if Niger Republic border is shut, that should be the loss to Niger, because our food come from the north, which is also a lie. They have told you many times, okay? Now, here is their position on that part and more.
President Tinubu's government botched this negotiation with Niger after the military coup. You remember, after the coup, the president unilaterally, as the president of the ECOWAS, unilaterally switched off the electricity supply to Niger based on a treaty 60 years old. Unilaterally switched it off and put sanctions and brought up front what he should have kept as a trump card, brought up front the threat of violence. That if you don't do this, Nigeria is going to attack. He sent his military bosses everywhere to start. And that was what gave these military young men legitimacies in their land. And they stayed entrenched. How can you threaten somebody, a country, your neighbor, and then say, oh, we're going to talk later? At a time when you didn't even have your cabinet, your security chiefs were just getting their feet wet. Unilaterally, you did all this without consultation. Northern Nigeria, people in Niger are our blood brothers and sisters. There are houses, Fulanis, Kanuris everywhere. The border is just artificial. ECOWAS was created 49 years ago by General Yakubu Gowon and his fellow presidents of West Africa then. Next year it will be 50. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 9 months has destroyed what was created 49 years ago, what has lasted 49 years. Because of lack of consultation, because of hubris. 7 states of the Federation in the north, from Kebbi to Borno, have borders, common borders with Niger Republic. People have been suffering. We have been screaming our voices and saying people have been suffering in these border communities because of closure of medicines were not going in, food supply was not going in. This is not the first time. There were several coups in Niger Republic. Leaders past navigated that and found a way to resolve it as big brothers. As big brothers. Now what he has done, this botched diplomacy, what he has done, it has pushed this young coups in Niger, in Mali, and Burkina Faso. Say, we are leaving. How can you be at peace? How can you sleep with your 2 eyes closed when you're fighting with your neighbor? Niger is not only related to us linguistically and by heritage, but security-wise, they play a pivotal role in securing Nigeria and in helping fight banditry and Boko Haram in the northeast. And they are part of the multinational joint task force. You didn't consider all of that. You didn't consider the impact on your citizens. You just did what you did. And now all of a sudden, when these 3 soldiers say, we are leaving, we are not interested in ECOWAS, oh, they are running after them. So it was wrong. We are in more difficult security situation with Niger and Mali and Burkina Faso out of the ECOWAS than when they were in. Democracy, diplomacy must continue to bring them back in. The threat of violence is not the right thing to do. Sanctions should be lifted and diplomacy continuing, because our people in the border states are suffering. Primary responsibility of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not ECOWAS but to his citizens. We've been telling him, we the citizens in the 7 border states, our people have been suffering. He wasn't listening. So you have problems with international diplomacy. You have problems internally with your economy. People are suffering hunger, and you have insecurity, and you're not listening to people. There are too many things for any president just 8 years into his government. Step back, Mr. President, consult widely, open the treasury, bring in food as an emergency, flood the market, and feed our people. That's the only way to find respite. Bring temporary peace in this country before your economic team sort themselves out. Because to be honest, they need to be humble enough to ask for help. They need to be humble enough to ask for help. I don't see them doing it the way. It's all talk, 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 talk. Big grammar will not do it. Consult widely. We cannot continue this way. People are suffering. The naira is deteriorating every day. Inflation going everywhere. People are being pauperized every day. In a country where we have 133 million in multidimensional poverty, this government in one fell swoop has added millions more into extreme poverty. In a country where you have more than 20 million children out of poverty, predominantly in the north, you have added a lot more out of school. How can there be peace in any society like this? And you're spending a lot more money on buying Tucano jets. No military, no matter how powerful, can bomb poverty, can bomb hunger, can bomb grievances. So,
fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
It is just the beginning. Okay? Now that's going to take us. You heard him there. He's so passionate. Now, mind you, listen to this. He's very right. Everything is said about thiefnubu's, what do you call it? Thiefnubu's irrational decision making that aggravated the issue between Nigeria and Niger. Okay, he's very right, but from his own perspective and his connection to it, it's not because that thiefnubu made that wrong diplomatic decision, which has escalated to what it is today without considering all factors. Okay, that's not that. He's more angry and unhappy because thiefnubu has put a wedge between him and their cousins in Niger Republic. These 7 northern states he mentioned are Sharia states in Nigeria, including Sokoto, Katsina. So what they have done is that Nigeria money is being ferried to run Niger Republic. There are evidence of that. They even plan to put Nigeria on a perpetual indebtedness by constructing a rail line from Kano to Maradi in Niger Republic, all footed by Nigeria. Do you understand? So that particular one is more personal to him. It's more personal. That thiefnubu, they have a lot in common with their brothers in Niger. Niger is supposed to be an independent country, of course, but you cannot really differentiate who is Nigerian, who is Nigerian, because you see Nigerians with Nigerian passport, Nigerian voters card, Nigerian bank account, Nigeria this or that. You get what I mean? Like, it's just a walk-in, walk-out. So for thiefnubu to come in and do all of that to them without considering all he mentioned, it's more personal to him. So all of this has been that everything thiefnubu represents is chaos, poverty, and chaos, poverty, and on like that. And this is going to spell thiefnubu's doom. Now let's go to that question about the Southeast. They rejected APC with all of their strength. But nevertheless, they continue to muzzle them and drag them into this Nigeria. Here is that question and its answer. Meanwhile, thanks to the Arise News for these clips, okay? And sorry for the, the poor picture. If you really want to watch the full interview or the full conversation, go on to the Arise News on YouTube. You will see that there, and it's more clearer and better. Get that? I need the volume. So I need the voice more than the image. Okay? Now listen to this.
62% of those votes came from the north, predominantly the northwest. So, needs to be careful. He is a politician, and he is working like a one-term president. He's doing like he doesn't care. People that voted you in, predominantly, they are the ones you are sidelining. So these movement of these MDAs to Lagos are not good news for the North.
All right, Prof, just a quick one before we let you go. You've mentioned the pulse of the nation and how traditional rulers are, speaking out. But a lot of people will say that we see more of this from the north and the southwest. Surprisingly, it's been rather curiously quiet from the southeast and the south-south. Would there be a reason for that? And if the agitation for better governance continues in the north and in the southwest, which ordinarily ought to be pro the president, do you think that there is a political implication for the president in all this? Very, very briefly, sir.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why the Southeast is quiet, uncharacteristically quiet. But then the president needs to find out. The North is where I know where I live and my heritage is. The silence in the North is more lethal than the noise anywhere else in the country. And the president needs to listen to that. The silence from the North, from the people of the North, in spite of all the sufferings they're going through, it's more lethal than people coming out. We are going into the month of Ramadan. People are going to pray. We urge the president, buy food and flood the market and feed the people before things get too late. The whole country is suffering. There is hunger in the land.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
You see how important he feels of himself. I was going to come to that before, you know what I mean, but now let's talk about it. If the eastern part of Nigeria is quiet, I don't know why. But you see, when the north is quiet, despite what they are going through, that is more dangerous for this country. If you don't want this country to burn, you need to buy food and feed the north now. If others are quiet or they are out there or making noise, he said, all of them combined cannot match if the north should show their anger. Oh my, show anger, you weary. No, they threaten anybody. I know they buy food for anybody. Call you, no buy food for anybody. Everybody go do Ramadan as they see Ramadan. Go and pray to Allah to touch the heart of your mumu ticket, Muslim ticket. Show anger, show weary, carry everywhere, go burn. Each one is go buy. No buy food for anybody. You call you. We then you know. In don't talk to me, then go give them grains. Grains that politicians will buy, will collect, and they will go and sell them in Kano market. So me hunger finish everybody. Now, what we don't want is for you to now turn your people towards hard-working people and their businesses. To olori brukuni, then be olori brukus. This whole threat of the north is silent, the north is quiet, is more little. Now all nonsense, na criminality. If you are Igbos or Yorubas who have businesses in northern Nigeria right now, I don't know any advice to give to you because I don't live there. You see this hunger they are talking about. Now you go be the first target. Yes, your shop. And it's not going to be because you are either selling things expensive or you are selling cheap. Once they tell them from their mosques, because that's how they show that they are angry. It's either they are killing people or they are looting everywhere. And it always starts from their mosque on Friday. All of them, where they live in those areas, you know them. You are their target too. All those shakara nonsense will not touch thiefnubu. If thiefnubu no bring food for them, now your shop then go loot. They will call it riot in the north. There is fight in the north. There is no fight in the north. They will send all those the almajiri to loot your shops. And if thiefnubu now, so you go give them food, their leaders will collect it, go sell them. I know what I'm talking about. So if anything won't happen now, I just thought I should advise you. If you are Igbo or Easterner, Southerner, Abi Southwesterner, listen to me. You are from, Niger Delta, Niger Delta, the Biafra land as well, right? And you are from Yoruba land, and you are living in the north, doing businesses that has to do with food. Any business at all. People will enter car shop. because they wanted to show the Igbos shege during the EndSARS. You forgot? These criminals, they were shouting Allah Akbar at Kamat in Abuja. They were burning Kamat, burning the shops, all the cars in there. Because they believe that the Igbos will be their easy target. And listen to me, and I'm not saying this to make you, as an Igbo man, feel like maybe I'm feeling sorry for you. No, I'm not feeling sorry for anybody. Okay? The reason why I have to say Igbo is that we all know the easy targets in these areas. And you are the people that nobody actually know or will be able to account for your losses. They will just report about what happened there. Oh, some shops have been burned. Some shops have been looted. And that will be you and all of your life savings gone. So I have to address you directly. Anyway, some Igbos are now kind of saying, do you remember when thiefnubu went to Owerri, Imo State, to campaign? And what he told the Igbos? Do you even remember that? You remember that soak bread? You need to vote for me, or he was going to give you a soak bread. The Igbos. Okay, I think I have the video. I'll show you.
But nobody will give all of you any credit. You are working hard, you are sweating now. We want you to sweat well for this party until you deliver victory. Until Bello Tinubu became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes, sir.
Oh, my audio just went off there. I always have problem with some of those clips. He was telling them there that if they work for victory, he can offer them soak bread. So the real Igbos who are not political jobbers, okay, who are not, crumb eaters, ass lickers, attention seekers, those hungry, pot-bellied, jobless, unproductive rogues from Igbo land who are clocking towards them. Yeah, you know what I mean? What can we chop? What can we have? What can we eat? What can we have? All of that. The real hardworking ones, who knows what economic policies these guys are bringing and what that simply means for hardworking people. They did not expect any soak bread from thiefnubu. They didn't even expect anything from him at all. So, asking them, especially when Arewa, the Arewas are like, all of us should come together. The Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Kineko, like, you and who? So here are a few reactions. At first, this comedian guy was asking the Igbos, how na they do am in this hard time? Una get one secret around it that you have, you should be teaching us, so that a lot of us can begin to kind of live like that. In his message, listen.
Okay, so I want to ask a quick question. Have you noticed that all the videos emanating from Nigeria concerning the cost of living, hardship, high cost of foodstuff and everything, they come from north and west? Have you noticed? I never see one video from east, one Igbo man or Igbo woman, they complain. I've not seen a single video from south. Somebody from Edo State, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, Delta, they complain. All the videos we've seen about saying life is hard, food stuff, Indomie don't high, now from west and north. Igbo people, if they get what you know, more than 10%. If they get here, they see food, more than open up. We are all one Nigeria now. Which one be say when I go buy food cheap, and I know go take the other rest of the country. Edo people, Delta people, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, where una they see una own things when they buy. I never see one video from that place. One, I never see. The only person who I see complain for Port Harcourt and Huda Dokubo, and what was she talking about? She was talking about the dollar issue and the trekking, maybe ready to trek. But you see this way woman will go market, go to shout, a big pamio, my the leg of pamio, tomatoes, a thick pamio. Now Yoruba. The whole area for outside already talk. Say, they don't even the same president wife when they go tell us say life is hard, hardship. I have not seen one single video from the east, from an Igbo man or an Igbo woman, or from the south, Port Harcourt to Bayelsa or Edo State or Delta State. Not a single video from Enugu, from Ebonyi, from Owerri, from Anambra. I have not seen one single video from the southeastern states of anybody complaining of hardship. What is going on? And is there a new neighboring country where they give all these people things we will not know? Even me for Abuja, I don't complain say things hard. From west, now back to back now with the see video. Or are you thinking what I'm thinking? Those things, I mean, they plan now. Yes, now. You think they talk like that? Yes, now. Yes, now. What? Nah, Mina. Where they say they do farm. Now, they are governor of commerce. I say, maybe nobody come buy food for that place again. Places where they say, now then they do farm, go. Now then first start this complaint. Is it possible say that they plan this complaint? Because almost everybody, way popular, way support this government, don't come outside. Some of them don't come outside to say they regret them. Me, no say me to catch me mugu they had. It's possible. So that they, because that reverse psychology they say if people will support confess complain, those who no support no go need to complain again. They are now they call the laugh. It's also possible that it's planned because I don't understand why. Since we have been having these complaints, I have not heard a single complaint from the east or the southeastern states. Not one complaint have I seen online of people going to market in the east or in the south complaining that things are expensive. But west are not. Every morning you wake up, you see a video. Every morning you wake up, you see a publication. What is it all about? Times are hard, food stuff don't cost to standard cost of living, this one. Now only north and west they buy things for this country. Why have we not seen people from the east and south also complaining? Because now this one said people they produce food stuff. They should be the first to complain because the cost of transporting goods from where they produce them to that side is supposed to reflect for the prices first before any other thing. How come those that can even make food for themselves, substantial farming, now then they will first complain before those where they buy the food others they produce? I just say make I throw this.
See, brother, if they explain Nigeria to you and you get it the first time, they did not explain it better to you. But to answer his question, is he believes that it's a two-way thing. Could it be that these people are lauding this talk about hunger here and there? Maybe this hunger thing are coordinated from the supposed region that voted for thiefnubu and supported him, so that when we all start seeing the abobakus, the bad idiots, the bad stars, complaining and crying, so you will not support them, you will just be laughing like we are all laughing now. So that then means that if it is sort of coordinated, it is also a plan to make sure that you that didn't support them, you cannot, you don't want to complain again. Since you don't want to complain, would you want to protest? No, you won't, because those who supported them, who are now crying, there are enough entertainment for you to laugh at. So at the end of the day, it is a win-win for the establishment, for thiefnubu. So, his line of thought can be a little bit, if you rephrase it kind of, it can be logical. But actually organize the hunger. Like the few organize say, okay, we want to organize, say, you go just cry, say you are hungry. Or you go just fall down and die. So you get like you just die, and people will now say, people are dying, people are hungry, they have died, hey, and say, but are you not the ones who voted for emilokan? Are you not the ones who voted for Muslim? So instead of you to be like other people who no vote for them, so they die, But even if the people where they vote for, they cry and die, you can easily just manage your own hunger and death. You don't have to react much, because by reacting much, you are likely going to end up with them to reject what they accepted, that you rejected in the first place. So by so doing, and you don't want to do that. No, we are going to vote for him again next year. I mean, 2027. thiefnubu to 2051. So reverse psychology. That's how he saw it. I don't think so. You can never organize. I'm talking about Niger State that is producing food, growing food. And they suddenly said nobody should come and buy food in their state. I know you are a comedian, Baba, but at least if you know, Niger State alone has over 100 group of bandits, the terrorists, Fulani terrorists, over 100 in Niger alone, in those forests. In Niger alone, more than 40% of the entire state, Babangida State, Abdul Salami State, more than 40% of the entire place called Niger State today is no longer in control of Nigeria, including the people there who remain there. They call those places ungoverned area. These are mostly agrarian communities, farming communities in Niger State. They call them ungoverned area now. Nobody they go there again. People there, they pay taxes. Sorry. People there, they pay taxes to terrorists. Do you understand? So therefore, thinking Niger State has enough food to, that they are just intending to, not to supply the food, is total ignorance for anybody to say that. And this is also part of the effect of the terrorism up north, coming Middle Belt, which is Niger State as well. All those Middle Belt part of Nigeria, or they've wiped over 80% of the communities that were actually growing food. They've wiped them out, turned them to refugees, chased them away. Those who were left, God knows, they consider the areas as ungoverned area now. Do you get that now? So nobody feel organize hunger. Now hunger go organize everybody. So when people say, don't we involve the Igbos? So it's a very good advice. The Igbos are among the people that when it comes to Nigeria, listen to this one, and it is true. Do you know that if nobody say Nigeria is so unfortunate, and a lot of you that have been fed with different kind of ethnic bigotry from your birth, you help them sustain this madness. The only ethnic nationality in Nigeria that's not only shown that they believed in Nigeria, I mean, they have shown and sacrificed enough than any other ethnic nationality in Nigeria. And I'll tell you, there is no place in Nigeria today that you will not see an Igbo man or woman contributing to that same community, either as a laborer or as a businessman or woman. And despite the genocidal war that also led to the Cold War between the rest of Nigeria and every one of Igbo extraction, they have been treated with so much suspicion. But everywhere you go, in Nigeria, it is only the Igbos who have left their own place to go and invest in so many supposed, you can call them strange lands. Because they believe that if it is Nigeria, definitely. What do you call it? If it is Nigeria, and as they are part of that place, they will continue to contribute economically to it. Me as a Yoruba man, you can see a handful of Yorubas who are actually living in any other part of Nigeria, like the Igbos. The other people that actually also traveled are the Yorubas too. It may surprise you, and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? So, the Igbos who have invested so much in Nigeria, they remain the most persecuted. And they were told they can never lead Nigeria. They must build bridges. While those regions who have ruined and destroyed Nigeria, no one any apology. because they are entitled. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm entitled. I have no blemishes in the Nigerian context because I'm a Yoruba man. I can be president. It doesn't matter what I say about Nigeria. Do you know that? Do you? You know me, say I've said a lot of horrible things about these criminals and what they have done to Nigeria, but as a Yoruba man, I swear to God, I can still be your president. And you can play all these videos again and again and again and again. I will still be your president as a Yoruba man. An Igbo man can be the most peaceful, respectful, being lovely, respect, and all of that. It will still be suspected. Because we were raised by these divisive roads to treat them that way. So when Nigeria is now burning, we are now one Nigeria. The Igbos should come together and let us save Nigeria. Listen to this lady. I love her firebrand.
To those of you that are really dragging this man down, to those of you that are dragging our president, our dear president, what was his promise to you guys during his presidential election? During his campaign, what was his promise to you? I am sure this man didn't promise you people a better Nigeria. He only told you people that this is his turn. This is his turn. Now, I can't expect impossibilities from this man. Now, I can't expect signs and wonders from this man. He never promised you people that he was going to make signs and wonders when he becomes the president. Now, I can't expect what I don't know from this innocent man who just do on his own. No be una pepper when una prepare to show Igbos. Pepper when una don't grind, prepare them, atarado and the other pepper, Cameroon pepper mixed together to show Igbos. Now the pepper una carry the show una self now. The same pepper when una reserve for Igbos. Now that same pepper now they show una self. Make una leave this man alone. Make una leave, free this man. You people should free this man. When he was making promises, he never promised you people that he was gonna make everything easier. No. He only told you guys that this is his turn. The turn that it is his time to become the president of Nigeria. That was all. That was all he said. And you people are all of a sudden, you guys are crying all over the streets, making noise all over the streets, blaming the innocent man, laying allegations on him. Was that what he told you? Was there any way he told you that bag of rice was going to get cheaper, dollar rate was going to reduce, fuel rate was going to get... Has he ever said that when he was contesting for the president of Nigeria? You all should leave this man alone. This man did nothing. You all should just free that man. Let that man just know. To me, at the end of the day, they are still going to label Igbo people bad people for joining the protest that other tribes started. I have seen 1 or 2 videos of people saying that Igbo people are being tribalistic over this protest of a thing. That Igbos are saying they are not part of the, that they won't take part in the protest, that nobody should involve them, that they will not be part of the protest, blah, 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 that Igbos are being tribalistic, that Igbos should come out, let's fight as one Nigeria, and, let's forget about whatever that happened, blah, blah, blah. My question is, why is it that the only time you people remembers that Igbos are part of Nigerians, are part of this Nigeria, is only when there is trouble, only when it's time to fight? That is when you people remember, oh, Igbo people are part of us, let's come and fight together. But when it's time for us to also benefit, to also gain grounds on this country, you now go say no. That is when you people remember that Biafra, oh, they are Biafra, they are not part of Igbo, they are not part of Nigerians, they are Biafra. When is it that, why is it that it's only when it's time to fight? When it is time to fight, that is when things has gone south. That is when you people remember, oh, Igbos are part of us. Let's involve them. But when things will be smooth, going well, everybody will be enjoying. Una go say, no, Igbos are not part. Igbos are not part. They are Biafrans. Igbos are not Biafrans. They are Biafrans. See, those of you that are trying to preach that sermon, I don't know what you are trying to do. I don't know if you are trying to win the heart of Igbo people, or you are trying to put them into problem. Because this is going to be a problem. Trust me, at the end of the day, they are still going to label Igbo people bad people for joining the protest that other tribes started. Other tribes will start the protest. Once Igbo people join them, now Igbos be the problem. Make una kukuma do una protest alone. We go to pray for una. If this country good, it good for all of us. As it bad now, for all of us, it bad for. Right? So make una kukuma do the protest. We go to pray for una. Make una dey safe out there. Because if una do this protest now without Igbos, trust me, government they feel accept and say yes, this protest dey genuine. But once Igbo people join them now, back they go turn them, they go change them, they go call them another thing. They go give to those of you that
what shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you,
Thank you, Lord. We will be praying for you. Don't go and be anybody's hero and begin to speak your grammar and say you are organizing protests. Once they grab that, remember what I told you. In the next few days, things are going to get so bad that this hunger or the threat of it will send a lot of you back onto that street. You remember when people told me here, these people, they can never protest. They are conquered people. They can never come out and do kiniko. I said, are you sure? I know some of you are watching me right now. It's about to happen. No. If they don't do something in the next 2 weeks, ibi pawakpo, ibi yiwaka, you go to hear Hunger United FC. Baba, you won't even remember whether you are Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa or Fula, anybody. Baba, you go history too. But you as an Igbo man or woman, you see that spirit of, I can never stand injustice. If I say, plenty for una Jane, Abi. This is his time to what? To have self-control. Don't get carried away. Always remember who you are. Even when they want to make you feel like, don't think about that. We are all one. We are not one, no. We are not one, no. You know what that means? Monkey, they carry monkey, climb a palm tree. Irony on a lie. As an Igbo man, if that thing inside you, they tell you, say, I hate injustice. We must all remember that. Don't misbehave. Self-control is important now. Because some of these criminals, they have failed. Listen to me. There is nothing they can do in the next 2 weeks to change anything. But miracle no dey tire God. For all of you, we believe in miracle. Would you me da? Look at me very, very well. If nothing is done to tame the crashing naira that don't follow you in 2 weeks' time, hunger will bring you outside. But don't forget this advice. Just don't be anybody's hero. Okay?
See that people protesting. Please, I want to beg you all. Igbo, please do not protest in this government. Yes, we have been trying to make people see the reason why they should vote the right government. They call us bastard. They say we are just there for IPOB. They call us bra fraud. You know, everything they like, they call us. Please, let the hunger continue. Like me, I'm advocating that the man should rule for the next 16 years. And I'm praying that he should increase the fuel before he starts to 5,000 naira per liter. I know it's not going to be easy for people like me, but we are ready to suffer with these people. Let them stop protesting because according to them, protest is haram. Imagine say this protest happen in the east or west. Even if it happen in Lagos, they will target saying Igbo people want to destroy Lagos. So please, I'm using this medium to beg any Igbo person, do not participate in protests. Go about doing your business, make money. Go about hustling. Don't fight for these people. Do not fight for Nigerians anymore. Nigerians don't want anybody dying for. Yes. That is why I'm speaking on behalf of every Igbo man that want to listen to me. Let us invest and grow our own economy in our land. It is possible. Akurono initiative. let's bring investment down to the east. Let's invest at home and make our own inhabitable. Make the environment sweet for people to live. Let them continue doing whatever they want to do in Nigeria. Let them hold the presidency. Let them hold the ministers. But those that have money, come and invest in Igbo land. It is then when they see us doing well, home and abroad, they don't have choice but to know, say, it is time they will beg us to show them the way. But as far as they want to be using tribalism and religious bigotry to be running the affairs of the country, let them suffer. They will learn in a hard way, according to VDM. They will find out that the problem is not the Igbo man. The problem is one of them who is ready to eat alone, but they are foolishly glorifying him, saying, it's better for their brother to chop than Igbo man to be there. Be a good citizen, obey the rules and law, obey the regulations, be a good citizen. But please, no pull mouth for this matter. That is my own.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission.
It is just a genuine, advice. And if I was Igbo, I would take it without even thinking twice. Nigeria is headed somewhere. And I promise you, it is not a good place. You see, a lot of you who used to believe that maybe Nigeria can still be helped. I empathize with you. I used to be like you too. We have never been allowed to live. We've only been existing. And for this criminal establishment, as divided as we are, it suits them. It suits the plan. It suits the whole establishment very well. So we have been considered to be statistics instead of citizens. So the trajectory where they are taking everybody is not a good place. And I know there is a window of opportunity to prevent that from happening. And I will tell you who are those who are going to do that. I'm not going to help you save Nigeria. Oshewo. Saving Nigeria is like renewing our enslavement certificates in a place where people who have nothing in common were forced together to coexist together. And we have been losing lives because of this. So yes, I won't be part of those that will help you save Nigeria. No, I'm not anybody's savior. We never join that. Okay? And I bet you, more than half of those who are on my platform do not want Nigeria to be saved. I haven't known what they know now. Because Nigeria that exists is never in our interest. And if there's going to be any Nigeria that's going to really exist, that will be so similar to one thing that can attract our interest, it has to be the one that all of us agree to. That is where you come in, those of you who are left. Because I can tell you, you are still many who still believe that Nigeria can still be saved and everybody's interests can still be taken care of. If you want a confederation, it can still happen. If you want autonomous regions and all that, it can still happen. But we all need to come together and make sure we get rid of all these rogues and then come again together and discuss if we still want. I love that. I'm not going to be part of that way. You know something? There are those who used to believe that Nigeria can be saved. Somehow. That let's first save it. But as time goes by, you will know better that there's no other better option. That if any of us should come together to have a chat about Nigeria, it should be to give the expiry date to this contraption and see us blossom. Those who want to pursue religious-less kind of governance, they can have that. Those who want to pursue technological-based kind of development and governance, they can do that. And in the long run, we can save lives. Like I said, you see where they are taking all of us, which is a total ruin. Okay? You see, those of you who are left, still believing that maybe you can still save Nigeria and all that. Except you actually except you actually take and make a move to stop these criminals. You see, where did they carry you, they go? Where did they carry everybody, they go? Balkanization, Luma, last year. Balkanization, do you understand that? Total shattering, total breakup. And to those of you who are still wondering and having a little bit of a nightmare, how many countries we now create out of Nigeria? How many? Baba, have you heard about the USSR? Nigeria is just so tiny to that. Go and ask how many countries were created out of that. Nigeria will break. And it's not just because I want it or you don't want it. It is because the actions of these criminals will ensure of that. Now, praying that Nigeria will survive will not survive. Praying that Nigeria break up is not going to be like that. The actions of these criminals every day is winning the soul and convincing everyone to know that except that is done, we are done for. We just need more of you to feel that way. And it's not going to be our doing. It's going to be the doings of these criminals. So now, those of you who don't want Nigeria to break to 50 countries or 40 countries, you will now be the one to stop these rogues. For failure too, you're welcome to Somalia, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here is what Utomi had to say, talking about the same thiefnubu and those who are surprised. But mind you, before I even get to that, let me give you this sign. I know Kolu is currently in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where they are discussing about Africa, and they appointed him as their health ambassador, being Kokosha. So the man that is going to look after the health of the rest of Africa is thiefnubu. Remember when I told you that when they said they made Fiole, part of the reason why you have inflation in Nigeria today is because Bokwari printed over 27 trillion naira cash, and the whole money disappeared because the state governors who got the money converted them to dollars that was available at the central bank at the time, and further destroyed your naira. This 27.4 trillion naira that Emefiole printed destroyed Nigeria economy, and then the looting that they perpetrated behind the scene puts Nigeria in a coma, economic coma. Now, thiefnubu, who brought in Kadibi, Kadio, Kadoso, they finally came out to say the Oduduwa Emefiole was coming to rescue all of you out of this economic ruin. But I did tell you that from day one that thiefnubu appointed Kadio, Oduduwa Emefiole, they must have started printing their own money too. And I have been right. I wasn't wrong. Take a look at the money in your pocket right now. Check that 1,000 naira. Check that naira in your pocket. And check the year they were printed. And check the signature of the central bank governor who printed that money. Now, we have no idea how much of this they have printed so far. But in circulation in Nigeria, thiefnubu have already started printing his own money. And Oduduwa Emefiole is already having a signature on Nigeria money. Now, all of this they won't tell you now, even though they are telling you that they are working to make sure that the economy is recovered. If I tell you that you haven't seen Shege to you, I am not mocking you. I am worried for a lot of you because you have no idea what is still coming. Meanwhile, if you have not seen Shege, let Utomi tell you a bit of what he think he knows about thiefnubu. All right?
I'll reserve the other question till
Many
later.
things change. Bola Tinubu, in my opinion, as a person judging, does not have the mental and physical capacity to govern today. That changed. I was there in 1999 and made choices. I could have been on the Obasanjo side. I wasn't against Obasanjo, but I wanted to see a Lagos well governed. And we'd been in this struggle, Nadeko, Abiola, together. I thought, let that passion go into governing Lagos. Many years, I don't want Nigeria to be another Ture, Yaradua scenario, where we're struggling between Sheyi and Remi Tinubu. This country has gone through too much that is wrong for us to know the truth and pretend that we can manage it. It's not right.
All right. Okay, so
why Peter Obi?
Yes.
Peter Obi was found by the people in a series of remarks that embodied a sense of the new Nigeria that they were looking for. And I think that he then presented a good vehicle to birth a new way of doing things in Nigeria. And I know him enough to know that there are issues of character that make me comfortable. The issues of sacrifice in his life, because we need to sacrifice to advance the common good of all. There are issues of competence. He started life as a businessman. Even as an undergraduate at the University of Nigeria, he owned businesses in Nsukka. In fact, the Sultan, I am told, was actually living in a house as a young lieutenant in Nsukka that was owned by a student called Peter Obi. And so his entrepreneurial energies have enabled him to understand the problems of this country. This country is a country kept down by regulatory risk. And you need somebody who started life as a businessman, who knows the challenge of regulatory risk in the economic environment. Not somebody became a businessman after he made money in government.
I'll reserve.
And that was it. And it doesn't really matter anymore, because right now, those who are for or those who are against, everybody is now in that panic mode. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen tomorrow? Can somebody tell us what's going to happen next week? Please tell us what's going to be the price of food in the so. People are worried. They are worried. And rightly so. I will be worried if I happen to be in that situation too. But you know how the system works. There are so many weapons fashioned. There are so many forces working with the weapons fashioned against you. As somebody from Nigeria or in Nigeria, the entire establishment is rigged against you. The repercussion of that is that you are vulnerable, you are exposed. And the moment those fake protections that you probably, economic protection, other like physical protections and all that, the moment the fake veil is taken off, you are open to all attacks from all angles. Economic, health, security, and all of that stuff. They turn you into that vulnerable state. And here they have done to Nigeria successfully, but they are still pretty much waiting for the reactions of a lot of you. Like, are you really feeling it? Oh, man, this thing is hard, yo. This thing is very tough. Are you sure? How come you are not joining others to go? Well, about you want me to go and protest for them to kill us? So you want me to go outside there and they will now kill us? So you want me to go and die? Baba, listen. If hunger kill 2-3 people around you, before he kill you, you go join the streets. And that is where you realize that apart from those who are ruining your life physically through the policies, politically, they have other forces working for them. For example, the pastorpreneurs, the praying business centers, okay, as well as the jihadist Islamic clerics from northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria too. They kind of get you more confused. For example, if you pay attention very well, this is not me talking now, one of them. If we all pay attention very well, we can see that all the things going on in Nigeria right now, they have never happened before. They are not normal. It is God that is giving us a sign. God is asking us to repent. God is asking all of us to pray. In fact, this time around, God wants us to come closer because this whole thing is not spiritual. I mean, it's not ordinary. It is spiritual. Confused people will say, I thought so too. I've been wondering, how can Naira suddenly become 2,000 Naira to £1? That's not ordinary, my brother. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, even if thiefnubu do everything correct, the spiritual world that want to make sure that it fail, they will still make sure that the pounds, dollar to Naira is 5,000. I know what I'm saying. I've seen it in spiritual world. Mad people everywhere. Social conditioning, religious conditioning, and then a country where people say amen to everything, no matter how ridiculous that thing is. Just tell them, you will buy a car this year. Everybody will say, amen. Your family will worship you. They will feed from your hand. You will be the one taking care of your family. Amen. Because they like it. They like that. I'm so rich. I'm taking care of all my family members. Oh, God is so good to me that he made, he just gave me so much because of my poor family. You will become, amen. You will be better than your neighbors. Amen. That country where ridiculously they believe that God is a magician. Just tell him, he will say it. I just haven't seen where they will say, all Muslims in this world will bow for you, your own Muslim. And you say, amen. What's that? All Christians all over the world, from all the denominations, they are going to bow down for you because you are from Redeemed Church. Amen. Adeboye ti ní mental problem o. Mo mọ nǹkan tí mo ń sọ o. Get. I'm coming back.
Son Elisha, and they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. I decree in the name that's above every other name, Christians from every other denomination will bow before you. I don't have all the time. Son Elisha, and they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. I decree in the name that's above every other name, Christians from every other denomination will bow before you.
Some said it's old age. All of una where they go Redeem Church, una better talk to that your old man that it is time for him to hand off the microphones. Now, every of his utterances lately, they are becoming more ridiculous and don't come with that nonsense that I should watch my mouth because una go soon start. Do you understand? Don't keep it. Hold it. Adeboye ti ní mental problem. And they do happen like, maybe I am too direct, but the mental problem is that diminishing and depreciating mental cognitive. They call it cognitive something. So I am saying this simply because I have heard him say a lot. He was also the one who commanded the Nigerian Naira. Naira oya gbera. In Jesus' name, Naira oya. Who does that? The same guy just came out recently and he said the problem of Nigeria is spiritual. And probably educated people who sat there were like, you cannot see it. It's a spiritual. These are the people that are like strategically positioned to keep you totally confused, using religion, telling you that God is like a magician. Read the comment now. You will see one or two of them. Àwọn wèrè gba wèrè mẹ́sìn àwọn alárùn ọpọlọ dédé. You read the comment now. They will start telling me, Mayegun, you need to watch your mouth. I mean, I love what you are doing. But I want you to make sure that you cannot say Adeboye is in a mental problem. Because he's a man of God. I need you to worship Olori Bruku because your God is a God that is always threatening people. If I say Adeboye is in Apollo, the next thing right now is for your God, your sky daddy, your fake God. To kill me or maybe just destroy me. And you'll be so happy and say, oh, how marvelous is your name, my God. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ ń bà mí. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ ń bà mí. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀. I am scared of you, my God. Because see what you did to Mayegun, that lousy boy. See how you destroyed him in a week. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ ń bà mí. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ ń bà mí. And those are the people who made you to be kind of feel like that too. Our God is so merciful. God is so marvelous. God is so forgiving. But Nigerian God, no, they forgive. If you see anything about Oyedepo, if you see anything about Bajue Adeboye, that God, no, they merciful. Sean go shock man on you. As I destroy and sin. And the same people, we all of us, they say, na heaven race with the charge, na heaven race. So now we say, say if anything go, I mean, it go affect. It don't go affect you. Mayegun, I just feel sorry for you. I know you don't believe in God. Olori Bruku, is that the same God you are talking about? Sky Daddy, Tom, she miracle. Listen to me, Dollar. I command you to stand up now. I will say, Baba Adeboye has prayed for Dollar to stand up. Educated people. Meanwhile, they are watching thiefnubu, Bokuwari, depleting, destroying the economy, devaluing the same naira. In Jesus' name, amen. Àwọn wèrè dédé. I've had many of you on this platform few times, okay? So if you foolishly come here to come and tell me about your sky daddy, the one that is always destroying people you don't like. Ọlọ́run Elijah, Ọlọ́run Isakobu, Ọlọ́run kìnìkan, the ones that you are so scared of. When graduates, chancers, blasphemers, demented, mentally deranged people continue to play with your fickle, with your mind, to hold you down, telling you that God has a destiny for you in a country where the entire trajectory is to drench all of us in perpetual generational poverty. But God has a special plan for you. Don't worry. You are special. Don't go and join them in fighting for anything good. Just stay there. Keep praying. You will be more successful than those who don't listen to me. Amen. Jobless idiots. Well, we have seen it many times. I'm just saying that situation has gotten to a stage whereby, do you see those pastorpreneurs, those chancers and all of them? I am so happy that platforms like this have managed to preach reality, and people have been able to place themselves in some of these positions, and they have seen that they have been lied to. You can't lie to them anymore. You can't threaten them with all your sky daddy and nonsense, because they believe that if they can see something that is wrong and wrongly affecting them, God has given them all it takes to change that. Anybody preaching against that is not talking for God. It's not speaking for God. And a lot of them don't. Shay? Anyway, I plan to take calls as well tonight. And I just hope that when because that's how I see it too. When the real shege eats everybody, for real, in the next few weeks, you see that people will not identify as Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. And I will be there. Inshallah, I will be there. I will report it. I will bring that to you here. And we will show them that, well, when it is time, it's going to be the time. If thiefnubu and his criminal, 48 thieves. If they don't do something between now and 2 weeks, Oma protests. So I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea because this one is like empty already, right? So we have so many of us in tonight. So if you have nearly 3,000 of us on YouTube, and we could only get just about 700 of you to like the broadcast, okay? Please, I'm reminding you, if you have forgotten, please go on now and pay your offering. You know, we are living in a world today where people are so sensitive to a lot of things, right? So I was reading my comments just, I think it was last night, and I saw an individual who commented and said, wait, Mayegun, what do you mean by offering? So are you trying to now make us feel like we are in a church? Is that why you're asking that we should like your video? Is that why you are calling liking your video offering? Baba, do you understand, right? I can use any word to describe anything here. And if you are not comfortable with it, you shouldn't be here. It's a free will, right? If you have been so sensitive about everything and you are picking my word, last, Oma disappeared. The point is that I do say it all the time. Okay? I am somebody who doesn't give a shit about your political correctness. And to be honest, I am not actually doing this for you to like me. I am doing this for you to know what is going on around you. Now, when you do know, what are you going to do about it? Or if you they pick my word, or you they think, say, I can't, no, les shake for my beg you my daruko personally, my to deserve. And I don't give a damn about your age as well. Don't pick my word, though. Oh, yeah. Anything that comes out of my mouth is everything I mean. And you just have to get used to that. So you talk about Jenny told was sensitive. And that word, I mean, I've been so depressed since you said that. Depression ma pa down Lori Mayegun's diary, If you are somebody who is like, oh, I felt so disgusting. The way he's talking about, he has no respect. Baba, Oma diwa disgusted, di kunio. This is Mayegun's diary politico. It is not mostly where we physically treat mentally disturbed people. You need to grow balls if you're a man. You also need to grow your very thick skin too. And apart from that, you need to also pay your offering, like the broadcasting. And if you don't want to, which is also a free will, keep it. Kofi Sakpo. It will be freely given by those who think it's deserving. When I come back, I'll take calls, okay? I'll pick us, right? But remember, pay your offering, like the broadcast, share it, and I will be back. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And thanks to all of you who responded to my call that like the broadcast. I've been told that does help. If you want this message also to get to other people who are presently not here, okay, that's why you have to like the broadcast. So thank you very much. I have a caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, my Egun.
Hello, sir. How are you, Baba?
I did all right too. How far, Baba?
I just do, and we are still here, you know.
I say, now only you if you beat somebody without even touching the person go they cry.
You think
without
so?
you nearing it. Now me they tell you now, your mouth, they know they buy them for market. It's not for free.
Right. Sure you get it. So
yeah.
Anybody will know that one already, right? Shouldn't even just come across it and begin to give me condition. That one no go.
But
trust
Baba,
me.
you know where we come from now. They always try for everything. I tell you, even when it's good or bad though, they go cry. So it's normal. It's something that it's something that I don't worry about no more. The only thing, if you want to deal with Nigeria, you have to brace up, because they will blame you when it goes wrong and dance with you when it goes right. So it's not a big deal at all to me no more.
Well, here we are, Baba.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Baba. This is Tony calling from Atlanta.
I saw that on the line there, Baba. Thanks so much, Tony.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Yes, sir.
What would you want to? Okay, I'll leave it to it. Go on. Sorry. Go on. Baba,
I don't get anything to talk about. Like, there's nothing what I want to talk about. As I did like this, I just want to call in and just pray for the people where will not know what is happening before things hit them, because it's about to go down.
It is about,
and it will not take long. I'm telling you, it will not take long, because number one, people in Nigeria, I think they are the one feeling this thing more. We down here are feeling this thing more than anybody. It's easy for me to say, oh, Naira don't scatter, make they send dollar.
People
right?
think say it's easy that way. No, it's not.
That's what they think. Most people think like that. But it's killing me every day that the Naira don't even make sense. Even if they change them to $1 million, it's still rubbish. Because after 2 months, you will do the same thing again. Because can you imagine you going to the market in the morning, buying something, and then go back in the afternoon? That's where you buy 1 Naira, don't turn 10 Naira.
See?
It's madness.
Now that is nothing that can be compared to any inflation in the world. That's not how inflation work. Nigeria is like, Baba, on a spiral fall. That is not normal. That's what we are telling people. That listen, do not think once it goes up, it's going to come down. It's not coming down.
No, there's nothing where, since where I live for Nigeria, I spent 20-something years of my life in Nigeria. There's nothing that's gone up and come down in Nigeria. It has never happened before. When we even have good governors, so we know they talk about this thief where we get now. We're talking about when we have real people that still, we still get compassion. We still get compassion. When we say they are not mentally disordered, because this man know they mentally balanced. Or anybody where they tell me anything, this guy is not mentally well. The guy does not even know his left and right. You can hear it from his speech. You know, one time when this whole election was going on, I had my own kind of we get organization where get this team what would they represent for Daddy Free show. You understand? I was telling them every day that I'm not scared about what is going to happen there. I'm just scared of that you people don't really understand that this guy does not have any clue of what he wants to do for Nigeria. This guy does not even in a suitable way to even take care of a home, not talk of states, and not talk about Nigeria that comes with a big problem. Nigeria now big problem already. You now give it to an asylum, a dementia human being to come take care of. He does not have a clue. And what I'm telling my father every day is that, Daddy, Don't think there's a help coming. This guy does not even have no help. The next thing they are gonna be stealing everything from people. They will rob you of your own property.
I tell you.
And they will claim that is their own. That is the next thing they are doing.
I mean, people are already complaining now that their homes are being boggled. I saw a video earlier of Portable, whose studio got boggled and they stole every equipment in the place. I was like, those petty stealing now, they're going to skyrocket. Because, you know what?
Baba, don't eat doggo.
As it is now, Tony.
Dog. That's what you're going to see.
I'll take another one, Baba.
I'm telling you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, nothing to do, Baba.
We are always here. They said we are just making noise. No, we are not making noise. We are just, we are documenting how your progression towards self-liberation is going to happen. And right before our very eyes, right, we are witnessing it.
Will. It will. 2 months ago, people were saying it's not going to happen. But right now, oh, Baba.
No, but never say never. It has nothing to that, Abi.
Now, explosion, Baba. It will happen. Thank you so much, Baba.
God bless you,
Thank
Tony.
you so much.
You have a very good one, okay? That's Tony. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, my guy. This is your boy, One True Emperor.
Again. One True Emperor. This is not going to be nice for those who need empathy and sympathy. I mean, right now. How are you today, Baba?
Baba, I do not have those words in my dictionary. Oh, I'm very good. Wow. Oh my God, I'm very good. Today is a good day. Arsenal won today. We 5-0. We won today.
Strong man.
I'll be gone now. Now why I say I don't get emotion?
Kind of people that they can say, they say if your boyfriend is a Nigerian and he's also a Ghana Arsenal fan, you'll be having the most endearing, the most understanding partner ever. Because now understand how to undo disappointment most. Now, like,
you know, I don't know about that. But,
you don't, okay.
But, I don't know about that.
It's not a popular one there, all right? However,
it's not a
I'm glad
one.
you said you won today, so that's something.
Oh yes, I'm feeling good. Honestly, honestly, I wasn't meant to call today, but you just put that guy man, you know that guy man, that pastor Preneur, you just play that video. Oh, my blood just starts with the boy. This as in mentality. What does he mean by other Christian domination will bow to them? As in, no. Honestly, what does he mean by that? You see, he's already preaching religious bigotry like that.
Right.
So is he trying to say that the people that go to his useless mud hole, that they are better than the Anglicans, or they are better than the Catholics, or they are better than the people that go to MFM?
It's not as if he's asking, he's saying it. And he's giving that reassurance to all of them that, listen, as a redeemer,
in a poverty land,
if other people are coming to you, because the Baba that I serve, the Most High, has made you so. Baba, tell me more.
More people mad gone. There's no saving them.
Watch your mouth.
Mayegun, every day. These fools keep giving me evidence that Nigeria will break up in my lifetime. Whenever I say it, I mean it with all my chest. That country will break in my lifetime. We are already fighting tribalism. We are already fighting bigotry. We are already fighting extreme religious Islamic fanaticism. Now, this idiot with a so-called PhD in mathematics wants to now preach religious supremacy. So, that guy is suffering from dementia.
He's an old man. It's time for them to take him off.
Exactly. See, Michael, let me now give you one story.
He's yearning so much. Like he's living in a different world now.
See, Michael, let me even give you another mission.
Right.
You know, let me prove to you that this man is suffering from dementia. Apart from the fact that he said that Nigeria is suffering from spiritual problems, this is a man with a PhD in mathematics. Let us remember that. Adeboye is a man with a PhD in mathematics. Let us always remember that. Apart from the fact that I said Nigeria is sorry from,
he's not a pushover.
Exactly, he's not a pushover. Yeah. This is the same man that in one of these Holy Ghost service talk say, Intel God say make you hold snow for Colorado. That thing went viral that
he didn't like cold.
He didn't like cold. Do you know that people that lived in that place came to debunk that story? And this man still has followers. And somebody is telling me that Nigeria will be okay. Look, these are the people that are destroying Nigeria. These are the people giving me evidence that Nigeria will break up. Your pastors, your imam. These are the people that will destroy that country. And let me tell you people this. You people that listen to these people, at the end of the day, now you go chop them. One of you go climb, go altar, slap Adeboye. I swear to God. Now one of you where they listening to him, go climb altar one day. You go tell him a big power and you go slap him. Bunch of idiots. This man for the last 3 years has been anything that this man says, I'm like God. And people still listen to this fool.
They say let us be devil's children. That is why anytime Abdul says something, he go just they make all of you angry. Why is it that every time he says something, I'm just they get angry with him? Why don't you go and get angry with thiefnubu? That's what I will tell you. Right.
See, my ego, you know, I told you the type of God I serve. I don't know what these ones are serving. I serve God. They serve Sky Daddy.
Exactly.
Big difference. Exactly. Now let us now go to this.
And their Sky Daddy also have anger problem, by the way.
Their Sky Daddy get anger problem.
When they don't like, if they tell this Sky Daddy, he will deal with you. He has anger problem.
Exactly. No. Their Sky Daddy has anger problem and alcoholic problem. Even their Sky Daddy get drug issue. Exactly. Their Sky Daddy to get drug issue. So now let us now go to this. No, I'm saying the truth. I'm saying the truth, guys.
Following you.
Anybody when want vex, make him vex. I know send anybody. I don't have empathy. Let's now go to this northern food.
God is not a magician. God is not
exactly.
Die. But exactly. They want you to believe that our God must be so scared. I mean, we're scared.
Exactly.
Scared.
It's true. Let us forget about them. So I've already dealt with Enoch. I don't deal with Enoch. Make me go to this northern fools. My ego. Whenever I see these northern bastards cry, all I can do is laugh.
Why don't you do you remember this? One true emperor.
He don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Remember that.
You
don't cast.
See, my ego. Now, as the Pastor Ruga said, everybody go chop breakfast. But my ego, guess what? These northern fools, they not yet started chopping the breakfast. So, this crying that they are doing, they go prostrate beggars. And we will not look at them. They will be dying, begging us to give them water, and we will not look at them. This crying is the best thing that has. See, they will keep on crying. Oh. That threat to Nigeria, that anger that the northerners have, and in northern way, please, I need to see that anger.
Me too.
We don't want peace.
Me too.
I want blood.
I want problems.
I want blood.
Bring your northern problems. We don't want
Bring
peace.
it on. I want violence. I want gnashing of teeth. I want fire and brimstone. I want everywhere. I want tears. We need to see that northern anger since the day they bomb me. See, my good, do you know the vexing thing? Since the day they bomb me, I don't hear about this northern anger. Right. This northern anger will break Nigeria. Right. This northern anger will break Nigeria. Right. Since the time of military regime, to at my age, in 2024, I think they hear about this northern anger. I beg, bring the northern anger. Bring it, and you know look anywhere. Bring it. I need to see. See, I beg. See, before I go, let me just say this one thing. I beg. Please, my people, to the ones that have brains, break up Nigeria and save lives.
Amen.
Biafra Odudua. Break it up. It's time for us to leave. Bye, good. Thank you. Later.
Easy there. One true emperor. He never misses. I told you, he's bullseye all the time. Now I have Elja Akinola, I believe. How are you, sir?
Hello, General.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. I was thinking that this line has changed at the time. I didn't know.
No, it hasn't. Since the last time it changed, right? It's still the same. But yeah, how are you, sir?
You probably were broadcasting live. Maybe it was not a live program, and I was trying to call in, and I wasn't sure that the line.
And it just rang.
That was
kept ringing. I see. Most of the time, see, people need to even understand that. Except if I deliberately pick up the phone to look at messages, I barely touches it, except when I am live like this. Here, you understand? So, but yeah, I think I understand how that plays out. You know, what you are watching live, you're not.
What we have already said from the beginning is coming to light, in essence, and we've always of the view, personally, that APC, PDP, Labour, they are the same thing in essence. You were running a program on that. This, the reality, of course, like you know, I always believe in the last election, only Omoyele Sowore was the only candidate that I believe was clear from my point of view. And it's not because he could win the election, say to say. Nigeria is so rotten. You know, we have to sit back and look at the situation of what is going, in essence. That we look at our politicians, we look at our pastor, we look at our fast. They are all the same thing, in essence. There was a description I gave you during that election time where I said that, look, and I'm not trying to offend the obedient on the call today, that we have the first leading candidate, thiefnubu. It's a thief. We have other candidate, Atikuluta, a looter to the extreme. And from my view at the time, of course, I also say Obi was a scammer. So you have a bag of orange. You pick the first one, it's rotten. You pick the second one, it's rotten. You pick the third one, it's rotten. So I was listening to Kosu song that he gave about 40 years ago, Which Way Nigeria? And it was as if that music was released today. And the concept that Nigeria as we have it today can be changed by any of these people is just people are delusional in essence. Go and look at, or even the young politicians among them in all these parties. Look at Bello, look at even Oladimeji, the speaker, and all of them. They're even worse thief than the old one that we're trying to chase out of the government, in essence. So what am I saying?
They have
is that
in stock for Nigerians that should.
It's terrible. It's terrible when you look at all these people. Until we start to break the fundamental of that country, maybe this will accelerate us there, because Bubu came there. You put any paper in front of Bubu, as long as you say Allah, he's going to sign it. You know, it doesn't. Maybe he couldn't even read. If you remember an incident that happened when he was in government, when he was saying that Abaki Yari was not on NNPC board. He signed the paper, and Abaki Yari was there because he couldn't read it. And that is the kind of guy that is president. And we have these people who promise so much and do little. You know, I will have been more, you know, with everything that is been said about Tinubu, I will have been more sympathetic to him if Nigeria is passing this and is putting out a program where you could see the government is also controlling itself. You cannot be giving first lady billion, 1.5 billion to buy a car for first lady office, and you are telling Nigerians that Nigeria should we are passing through economic hardship, we are doing this, we are doing that. Who is fully who? Who is fully who? Who is fully who?
He said 5 billion naira for student loan, right? Then because people complain, they increase it to 10 billion, right? Now, at the 10 billion, at the 5 billion, nothing is seen so far, okay? But he appointed his son-in-law about 3 days ago. Yesterday,
Yes, I
when
saw
he
that.
was on his way to Ethiopia, they approved the first tranche of money for that guy, 129 billion naira, to go and build houses for Nigerians.
You can imagine.
Same guy is paying 24 billion for people to go and pray in Mecca, subsidizing Mecca trip. And some people still think they are working on something to bring them back from this wala. I don't think so.
And the other point I like to make is that, and I also appeal to my obedient family to be so kind on me. And I said, I don't believe they can change anything, but I'm asking those Labour Party House of Rep or Senator that are there, even if they cannot change the policy, I want to see their protests. I want to see them reject the money they are sharing. I want to see them come out and say that we reject this money in the name of our party. We are not part of this nonsense. But they all keep quiet. Even one was coming out to give credit to Tinubu. I didn't know Tinubu could speak like this. I didn't know Tinubu could. I was saying myself, look, we should clear our mind. Youth should now go for protest votes. Not the time you gave to be the other time. Let's support this revolution now. If I was telling people, if Showore has gotten like 6 million votes in the last election, they'll be more afraid. But right now they are playing us wayo and everybody keep quiet. Obi may be a very good mark in comparison to the other people. But we know that the reality is that Labour Party, APC, PDP, they are all the same thing, all the same rotten egg. As it's so obvious to Nigeria now. So please, there's no. I wish I can advise you about the way forward. I myself, I look at the country. At times I want to forget about if Nigeria exists in essence, because
you are still one of the optimistic Nigerians that are like open. You are like an open relationship with Nigeria now. You will support any idea that is not related to the current what you are seeing. If
my phone
rescue Nigeria, Abi, and if none of that is going to happen,
phone is ready every day.
Abi, you are
the level of hunger, that is, is on the streets. If you see how many calls I receive, how much money I still spend, because for me, I'm sympathetic with people suffering in essence, that I still this and all that. Even though they will not listen to me in the next election, they will still go and vote for the trash they vote for every time and bring this nonsense upon themselves. But the reality is that if you can see what people are doing, people are even drinking their urine. People will eat nyash. They will eat feces on this thing now to look for food, and it's just beginning. It's beginning, or it's not. We are not even. It's not halftime yet. You know the game now, the football. It's not halftime yet. Anyway, it is just beginning.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me hear from others too. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You have a wonderful evening. Okay. So here.
Not halftime yet. It is just beginning.
Okay.
So much.
You need to mute. You need to mute the broadcast. Okay. Hello there.
Already my Gio.
How are you, sir?
Happy Saturday. I have a confession. I missed yesterday program. The sleep got the best of me. But I listened to it overnight while I was at work.
Okay.
So I was going to talk about something.
I know. How is everyone?
Where the weather took a bad turn, it just turned. We only got 15 degrees now, so I just stay inside, man. It's too cold outside.
I know. I mean, it could be worse. They will say, right? But yeah.
And they don't call it windy city for nothing.
And that's what I wanted to say. Like, if you probably at 15 degrees, that coldness is not the real issue. If it's added with the windy city and the wind and all that, it becomes colder than normal cold.
It take it down to probably -2 or 3, -5, -10.
Well,
yes. So
there is a plausible side to it too. I mean, at least one side, and now you have time to watch my Igbo tonight. So yeah,
I would take it any day than to be living in Aso Rock. I'll take the cold every day. Even without the heating working. So on a serious note, there was there was a program on the program yesterday. In that program, there was a farmer that you feature, Ikere Ekiti.
That's right, sir.
And so I was sitting there, and I'm thinking like, this might be considered as being naive, but you know what? I like to set trap if people out. I like to set trap for people to know where you belong. Everybody know that the justice or whatever the judiciary is corrupt. But I'm thinking like, instead of these people coming out, showing what is being destroyed and this and that, and they do nothing about it. I mean, the farmers, they should be documenting it. They should form an association and take the state government to court and get a good lawyer and take it all the way to Supreme Court. So everybody will know if the Supreme Court say yes, it's the right of the Fulani to do this. Then when when Kasala boss, the judges they won't be spared because it's on record.
And that's I'm not saying there is none. There's possibly all those who have actually suffered losses like that, right? There is a possibility that they are keeping record of all the losses. There is possibility. But forming an association is actually a great idea. It gives them more.
Yes.
It's like saying you want to start what do you call that thing in America? Class suit, right?
Oh, class action. Class action.
Yes. And you ask everybody who is a victim of the same problem to come together.
Yes.
And bring their evidence so that they can document everything and they can put a value on all the losses, including the lives lost. That's a brilliant one. I'm not sure if they exist now.
I wasn't even.
Go on, sir.
I was even surprised that somebody like Baba Gani Fawe, no, not Fawe. I mean, what's the name of that? The new one now. No, not Gani Adam. The brilliant lawyer. The brilliant lawyer. Palana. I was wondering, why can't he just say, listen, gather some good lawyer and form an association representing these people. Now we know Nigeria is not going to pay them, but it will be on record that Judge so and so threw this case away, rule in favor of Fulani.
People are saying which court. It's like they didn't hear you from the start. That
okay.
The judiciary is corrupt, but for the sake of record keeping, not because you wanted the court to give them a list of life or review, but let it be on record that they approached the court and the court throw them out, so that anything that goes after that, you will have all those evidence. So in case people didn't hear you from the start, they are all asking which court. Sometimes you don't go to court because you want to win. You go there because you want to set precedent.
Not only that. If you ask any average Nigerian now, they know that they knew what happened, what transpired during the election. If the Labour didn't go to court, we will see that you should have gone to court. But now they can't go back and say you should have gone. They already went to court. We knew with the Dabaru everything. The same thing should happen to these people. So if the farmers, if they come together and they met the same fate, like, oh yeah, they can do their animal anywhere. They can. It's okay. What they are doing is fine. It's on record. So tomorrow when Kasala boss now and the judge say, well, you should have come to court. I will. No. I won't allow that in my court. No. Yes, you did. And you be, they will whoop you in the street. They will whoop you on the street.
The situation is now beyond even like going legal anymore. Like going legal is like to further enter. If anybody have any resources to put together right now, is to actually feed them frontally right now. But you think is a process that has more weight?
Yuba usually says something that's another. A jolly man coin you can coija. Nobody go and say, I want to go and fight somebody, teach me how to fight. But if you want to go and present your case, you have to go to lawyers and they'll tell you this is how you say, this is how you. So you see, Nigeria can be very this thing. I'd rather go that way, that route, and it's on record that they are being treated unfairly. Then if they go outside and form a vigilante and lay ambush on these people and kill a lot of them, let them go to court now. You see, But yeah, vigilante is a good idea, but I don't think vigilante should be the first thing, the first thing of what do you call it?
When people can't help them,
Yes.
people can't be helped, then they will resort to self-help and do everything to defend yourself, protect your family, and what have you. Even if you don't really have enough weapons, but you still have to, protect your family.
Yes. Yes. So yes, sir. One more thing before I leave. And then you touch on the very important thing, but tonight, I think the Igbo, they want to use them as a pawn in their game, the Northerners and the Yorubas. And I'm using this. I'm using this medium to plead for the Igbos. Please do not fall for it. Don't fall for their okie dokie. Just sit down and look. Now you people bring that thing or say, just sit down, they look. Let them they fight each other.
Now one dog name be that too. They will say,
yeah, sit down, they look. Don't even interfere. I mean, if you don't see anything, nobody can quote you in the nearest future. It was a culture that said we should go and riot. No. If it was Olatunji that said you go and riot, and Mamadou say you go and riot, you ain't got nothing to do with it. So please, because this is like, it's not a setup. It's just like, oh, well, what are you carrying? Is it
be blamed at the end of the day?
Yeah, Yoruba will say, what are you? Well, Yoruba will say, what are you carrying? They say, it's a piece of bone. They throw it. Oh, it's got meat on it. Igbos are not good when it comes to ruling Nigeria. But when you want to cause trouble now, Igbo join us. So please, and every time you have opportunity, remind everybody, the Igbos, remind them. I love these people. Don't no. So thank you very much for what you are doing, and have a great weekend.
And you too. Okay, and then
all right now.
Up and wrap up, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Thank you so
I'm
much.
under my bed.
Days too, right? Or weekend as well, because we're already in the weekend anyway. So I have another caller on the line. I believe this must be the prince, the African Wahala, if I'm right. Anyway. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, my going general.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, brother.
So
I was thinking about the protest that is, the revolution that is brewing up. What exactly is the protest for? Is that going to be like hunger protests? Because I think it's going to be completely disorganized, and some people are going to be asking for the wrong things again. Because this protest this time around, it's what's the word now? It's coming out as a reaction to their realities. This is genuine protest. This one is not planned.
It's also got me sort of thinking about this protest of a thing having a clearer agenda. So if everybody come out now, come scream, we are hungry, do something, do something. So what will happen next is that thiefnubu will come out and say, oh, hang, we are expecting some food. Give us a few days. We are working on it. And everybody will go back to the houses and wait. So if food and all of that don't go down again, are they also going to come out again and say, well, you said last week you said you are going to bring food down. It's not coming because, like you said, that is where the confusion will be, because others are going to be asking, he must resign. And then they will be saying, but it's only hunger we are complaining about. We are not saying he should resign. So you see the confusion before it even starts now. And I'm glad you even pointed to that. Go on.
Yeah, because, I'm just thinking about it. Like during that last EndSARS protest, to me, I wished the people, me too, we were outside the country, but we protested where we were. And me on my own placard, I remember I wrote arrest, and I listed the names of those terrorists, the Malami, Issa Patantami, Buhari, all those criminals of that era. And end Nigeria. That's what I was protesting for. Mine wasn't end SARS. Mine was end this country once and for all. So this time around, I'm not sure, if I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean,
food. People
I
are
don't know.
hungry. Or you are going to say,
I don't know.
you know, resign. You are incompetent. Or you are still going to say, now I've been proven right. Break up this country and save lives. Because all these agendas can be merged into one by asking for an end to the entire establishment. But that's where you begin to clash with others. No, we are not saying you should resign. No, we are. It's a Yoruba man. We are only saying you should do something. What exactly would you want Tinubu to do about food? If they ask you to come and protest because of hunger, what exactly would you want him to do? I love this, which means that a lot of people could be misled to march out for nothing.
For nothing. So I don't know. I just hope eventually whatever the revolution results in will be towards the eventual end of this wickedness. That's all I just want to happen. But thank you. Don't let me take too much time. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you too. The African Wahab.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, bro. Now I have another caller which I'm going to say to hang in there for me for a sec. So I want to go and say thank you to all of you that decided to go and use the the offering button. We have over 1,000 of us who have actually liked the video, okay, which is great on YouTube. On Facebook, I know your dilemma. Sometimes they won't even allow you to comment, so less of liking the video, but you can watch. All of these were the organized, what do you call it? Organized shadow ban over the years on my page, but we will overcome that. They can keep trying, okay? But listen, you can go onto my YouTube and subscribe. You won't miss anything, all right? And it's going to be a win-win situation for all of us, okay? Indeed. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, the general.
Hello, sir. How are you?
CA from Atlanta. I'm good, man.
It's good to have you back here with us, CJ. It's been a while a bit. That's everything.
CA. Yeah, it's fine. It's been a while.
I heard you, CA, please. Please go
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, just to give you a thumbs up for a job well done. You know, keep up the good work. I mean, like we said before, the problem of Nigeria is, we know what the problem of Nigeria is. The problem of Nigeria is you and me that says the truth and say the truth. We are the cause of the problem. We are the reason why the dollar is up, because we say it how it is. And people take offense and say, why are you talking like this? You don't like Nigeria. You don't want to pray for Nigeria.
We are patriotic. We are washing Nigeria dirty linen.
Yes. Yes, we are the cause. We are the cause of the economic hardship because we say the truth. And the saboteurs that go to defend this government are the good people. And that's how Nigeria is. They turn you to the enemy and they become the heroes.
Victimized the victims and they blame the victims of their failure.
Yes, they will blame you. Say, why don't you even have faith? Why don't you even believe in this? Why don't you even pray for our leaders? I started as a kid.
Why don't you offer advice?
Advice, yes.
Tinubu is sitting down somewhere now, writing down what I have to advise him. And the people he hired, and he's paying billions to. Those ones are also watching. Man.
And the funny thing, they know that this man has nothing to offer. Like people keep saying, he didn't promise us anything. And that's the truth. The only promise he made was the 50 million youth. He said he's going to recruit to the army. That's it. He didn't promise anything. He didn't promise us anything. I remember an interview that P2B gave. He said they went to him and said, okay, Baba, you say it's Yoruba's turn. Okay, we accept. Why not appoint somebody that is young? He said, no, that is his turn. He's going to be president. I had the interview clearly. He said it. He said on national TV that they went to him to say, okay, accepted. We want Nigeria to move forward. You take the back seat and bring somebody young and energetic that has plans. He said no, that he must be the president. And here we are. 7 months, I'll be 8 months, 9 months into it. He's president, and and I don't understand how Nigerians think. It is clear that this man don't want to. There's nothing. He has no plans to do anything. No plans. No political will to do anything.
Even if you hold him, and you can't bring plan, can't shove him for in throat, can't push him inside him, he go shit and come out.
Look at the clip you showed. Look at the clip you showed. Is it 2 days ago or your program 3 days ago? when they went to Chatham House. A simple question about his identity. He has to be handed a paper. His agents, his assistants and personal assistants have to give him a paper to answer question about his personal identity. Just where were you born? Who's your father? Who's your mother? How old are you? Simple question. This man needs to get help to answer these questions. And I just get angry. And people say he built Lagos. I was asking people before the election, who's Lagos? The Lagos I lived in 40 years? The same Lagos? I lived in Lagos before I went to the US. I stayed in Lagos for over 40 years. Primary school, secondary school, university, everything in Lagos. Everything was in Lagos. So which Lagos did he build? The same Lagos we stayed in? I just don't understand people.
Fashola started clearing shanties, started clearing what do you call it, all these dangerous spots here and there. He built Lagos, true. But we
imagine, look, okay, you want to protest now, they want to ban social media. You want to talk now, they tell you to shut up. Bayo Nanuga, all those other people will tell you to shut up. And this is the same people that basically blackmail Goodluck Jonathan. Label all kinds of things against good. Even though I don't like, I'm not a fan of Jonathan. But they label that man up to label him a terrorist that was training snipers that will kill people, that shoot people.
He's got a list.
Label this guy.
He's sending an assassin to some people. He's legal
assassin against people.
Was going to assassinate. I remember.
They did everything possible, all propaganda possible to take Jonathan out of office.
In America, where they were crying.
They went to America. They blackmail him, use propaganda, spread money to bring Jonathan's government down. And which was the climax was the Chibok girls, which the perpetrator will know how they carry that plan, just to bring Jonathan government. The same government, when you talk, they say arrest him. When you talk, they say you're IPOB. When you talk, they say you're against the government. The same people that was against Jonathan. There you go. Please, let's not just continue your good work. We are here.
Remind everybody, and every day
we are here.
Right? We
look at Fashola. That said any serious government in 6 months will have electricity. That Naira will be. I still have the manifestos. Naira be 1 Naira to $1. I have the manifestos written down.
A petrol will be 14 Naira to a liter. I know that too. They were going to create 3 million jobs every year. Okay, and they were going to feed school children twice a day in schools.
Twice a day.
Will be free to university level. I remember. All those who didn't have job will be paid employment allowances until
5,000. Yes, I think 5,000 or 10,000 every month. Buhari single-handedly threatened this country. That if nothing rule, the blood of the babu, the blood of Buhari's openly threatened Nigerians that if you don't become president, blood will flow.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Thank you, Maego. I just thank you.
You have a good one. Okay. That's a CEO from Atlanta. And yes, you have your own show too. So I have another caller. You might need to mute the broadcast, please, right? Or go to another room. I think you have now. Yes. How are you? Hello.
Yeah, my good brother, this Beatrice.
Oh, a lady. Beatrice.
My
How
number.
Are you this evening, man?
Thank God, I'm fine. My number changed because criminals got hold of my number. And they try to scam me. They don't let me sleep, calling me on and on. They try to take money from my bank. My bank Barclays blocked them off. So it got so much. I called my company, the phone company, to change the number. So you may not be seeing the...
I'm glad that you were able to handle all that.
Oh yeah. But then I had to call everybody concerned with my life here to give them my new number. So whatever you see now is my new number. Yeah, thank you. So our issue with the government of Nigeria, the people and the populace and generally, you can't be fighting a thief who came to your house to rob you. At the same time, you are fighting with your wife. 2 partners in the same house. We are all Nigerians. These people are dealing with all of us. But every time the issue of Nigeria would come, some people will just come up with Igbos are this Igbo. Igbos are not the one killing you. They are not the ones raiding your farms. All those things, you are trying to fight the bad government. We need to be united, those of us that want to live, that want the country to be divided. We need to be in unity for us to achieve that. But since they have planted divide and rule into the minds of many, they will leave the real issue and be talking about Igbos, Igbos, Igbos. And it keeps shocking me about those who are doing that because I don't know why they are doing it. Showore, for instance, I love him. This guy is fighting for our country. And I wished that he was at the forefront. They have imprisoned him many times, arrested him, did everything. He missed his children's growth and so on and so forth. And everybody in Nigeria supports Showore, even though he didn't, was not at the forefront of to win any election. Yeah, as a front runner. But nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. You don't live, like I said, a criminal is in your house. You are trying to get rid of him, fight him. At the same time, you are fighting your partner, your wife, or your husband. How can you win that battle against the criminal?
That a house divided against itself allows strangers to
exactly.
To walk in.
Yeah, and as long as we are behaving that way, the people in Aso Rock, they are very happy.
They are the beneficiary. God bless you.
Yes, they are the beneficiary.
That's why I tell people. I said I may disagree with a lot of people, and I know a lot of you disagree with Showore, or some of you disagree with Toby and all of that. But if you pay attention very well, the reason why I won't entertain anything that will kind of justify why you don't like that person or you don't like that person. The reason why I don't want to entertain such here is that when I come here and tell you what this one is done wrong, what that one is done wrong, what this one said and said against this or that, at the end of the day, we stay divided, right? But guess who is the beneficiary? The people who are oppressing us. When we stay divided,
they'll be laughing. Yeah, when they are together in their gathering and they listen to all these people read some of these comments, they'll be happy. Look at them, they are not even united and they want to fight us.
Like Showore. Oh, thank God Showore people don't like Obi. Oh, thank God Obi people don't like this. Thank God that one don't like that one. They are doing the job for us. We don't even need to do much.
Obi said Obi said what he wanted to do for Nigeria. What did emilokan say he wanted to do for Nigeria? Nothing. He just said it was his turn.
That's right.
And he said, yeah, you want me to talk because I'm number one to talk. So if I talk now, the other two will copy me. So I'm not going to talk.
Yeah. I can't share my strategy with you.
I can't share my strategy. He has no strategy. This person has another way of making his life work for him. Everybody we don't need to. People have heard about his drug culture and other things. For instance, the wife went recently, according to her, that she went to, is it Ivory Coast or somewhere, to build hospitals for Nigerians who live there. She thinks that we are stupid. She thinks that Nigerians are generally stupid. That was a way to take money out of Nigeria. They are not building nothing. They may build something and put one or two equipment there. Doesn't mean that. How many hospitals are stranded in Nigeria? If she is sick now, she's not going to Nigerian hospital. She'll fly to London or wherever. But because these people have gotten us, they think they can just use us, manipulate our brains. We need to remind our people that they need to focus. My lecturer used to say, focus, focus, focus. Focus on what we are looking at and how we want to solve that problem. And stop focusing on fighting ourselves. All these people that are robbing, just give me 1 minute more. So all these people that are, like the other day, they carry dogs and everything to some part of Nigeria. We should have people that will shoot all those dogs and shoot all those people that are bringing the dogs. We should stop complaining too much. If there is 1 or 2 people that are armed, that see those people, wherever they came from, you see the way they dress and everything, they have come. You begin to scatter bullets on them. They will run from that area. Are you getting me? They will run from that area. So, but if we don't do those things, all we do is talking. And the people killing, are concentrating and focusing on their intent to destroy that country. Nobody wants to die, or even they themselves don't want to die. If we need to plant, even in every forest, plant 2 or 3 Nigerians with weapons, disguise them. As soon as you see those people, don't wait for them to shoot. If they begin to shoot them, they will run away. But they don't do all that. They're afraid of Buhari. Buhari that has ruined that country before he left. So I just want to say, when I watched that man of whose farm was destroyed, that pastor farmer, I watched that lady that fell on the street with her children out of hunger. Then I saw a few Nigerians putting money into a plate. Even within their own hardship, they still saw the need to support that woman. I knew that our country, we are great people. The only people that hate us are those in that Aso. So we must focus on how to get rid of them and not fighting each other.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
That's so wonderful. I love that. You see, a lot of people are beginning to identify with the divide and rule of these rogues. And somehow, a lot of people also wish that some of us can go beyond being controlled by all those, all those useless, distractions, so to say. Because at the end of the day, what we are facing, we all have, we don't really have any immunity from any of these. It doesn't matter where you come from. And since you have no immunity against any of this bad leadership, it is really foolish to become an ethnic or tribal or a religious champions or something like that. I mean, what's the motivation? People will ask. Let me take another one. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening to you. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Am I live?
Yes, you are. And you are speaking directly to, with Mayegun right now. So how are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. And can I just say your show is amazing. You've been doing a great job. I've been following you for a while now.
Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. Yes, you are. I think I can hear myself behind the scene as well. You might probably have to put that on mute or go to another room.
Yes, sorry. I've done that now.
Grant. So yes, you are live and all of us can hear you loud and clear, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I wanted to touch on 1 or 2 things. First of all, I think there was a time you were discussing referendum in Nigeria. I think a referendum in Nigeria is something that needs to be called for, because I don't know. I think we as the citizens should decide if we want to be part of this union or not.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think that's something we should look at. I think the idea of being a Nigerian, we don't have an ideology as Nigerians. What is it to be a Nigerian? Nobody knows. I can't answer that question as a Nigerian myself. So I think, like you say, we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to reflect on what has been and where we want to go moving forward. We have to have a shared vision as a nation.
Right.
We don't seem to have one. I don't know. But anyway, that's...
You know something is that the conversation around citizenship, like, a lot of people want the supposed leaders of Nigeria to define what makes you a Nigerian, so that you can begin to identify those all those factors that makes you a Nigerian, and begin to probe them one by one and see which of them indeed actually shows the value that you can attach and say, well, I'm a Nigerian, a citizen of Nigerian. These are values that are associated with Nigeria. So if these values have been eroded, for example, education, security, and all those stuff, right? These are values that define citizens in your country. Access to them, whether easy or not, and all that, right? So if you have those in government who just want you to exist because you are born in a place that people have been forced together with no shared vision, no shared history, no shared tradition, a lot of nothing we shared in common, right? So if those people don't want to have that conversation, like, let's have that conversation around citizenship. What makes you a Nigerian?
I agree.
You know what I mean?
agree.
Like, what makes me a Yoruba man, or what makes another person an Igbo woman, or let's say somebody from the Middle Belt as well? What makes us citizens of Nigeria with somebody who walks in from Niger Republic, right?
Yeah.
Who is a Nigerian and Nigerian? Do you understand? So is it because he lives or shares the border, or is it because he has cousins inside Nigeria, makes them citizens of Nigeria as well? And then, you know, all those things, they don't want us to have that conversation.
Yes, but we need to have that conversation.
And that's what we are doing, right?
We are not asking for anyone's permission.
Self-determination.
That's right.
You know, they criminalize self-determination and makes us feel bad that we want to have that conversation, whether we want to still be part of this, under what condition or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad that somebody like yourself are beginning to also ask for that. We need to define what's the citizenship. What makes you a Nigerian?
Absolutely. I think so. I think we were clear on we wanted to be independent.
Right.
But I don't post independence. I don't know what the plan was, you know, if there was one.
Well, it got truncated if we have to sort of look back in the history as well, right?
In 1966?
You get that, right? In the past, the people gave us that independence of the platter. You know, Nigeria didn't fight for the independence per se.
Yes.
You know that?
Yes, I know.
Nigeria didn't really. It was just pretty much like it was a trending thing in Africa then in the 60s.
Yeah.
And Nigeria was like, we want our own too. They started conversation around it, and finally they were given. Other African countries, people died. They killed people. They massacred them for asking for independence. So meanwhile, those who gave us independence said, listen, these people have nothing in common. But if we want them to continue to exist together and our business continue to run here, let them run their affairs themselves.
Yeah.
That was the easiest, closest to Nigeria being a country from what we have now. The closest then means that the Northerners handle their affair, the Middle Belters are handling theirs, the Easterners are handling theirs, and the Westerners were doing theirs, right? Everybody were coexisting according to their own set rules, but it got truncated. Okay.
Yes.
And here we are now. No direction, no citizenship,
None whatsoever.
Well, thank you.
Anyway, thank you very much for entertaining me and for sharing your time. And keep up the great work. You're doing amazing.
God bless you. And thanks so much for joining us as well. Okay. I appreciate that. And you have a wonderful evening, ma'am. Okay?
Thank you.
Bless you. So that is also coming closer and closer to the end of this broadcast tonight. But the line is still opened. Okay, it's still open rather. So you can still pretty much call in and be part of this. So and then you should like the broadcast too. Okay, and thanks so much. Here is another caller, I believe. Hello.
Yes, my
Doctor, how will be coming in the middle of the night like a thief by? How are you, sir?
Not like a thief.
No, I mean, like you are like a spy. Normally, when you want to come in, I will see your flashlight. But this evening, you just I didn't even know it's you. How are you, sir?
Ọmọdé ni ẹ máa rí o ti ń gòkè àgbẹ̀ Moregu, happy Saturday and to the rest of the Temple of Truth family. God bless you all. God bless you all. Now, these people, they have been immune to all these people making noise, and which is
they said there will be consequences for all of this that we are doing.
I know to some people, no, not to everybody. They can't do that. They can't say that to me at all. No. They know the people they can listen. They don't want to. Now, Kolu Tinubu will spend his 8 years. Yeah. I just want to classify something now. This is what's going on now. I don't want to classify something now. Now, after 8 years, Mayegu, I told them that Igbo, they don't want Obi. So now that's okay. Either Obi or
Fidelis Odita, or so they say I should mention 2 other names. But bottom line is that they don't want to be. But because after Kolu, I've told them categorically that Igbo is the next person. So I will start support. They will not be there at all. So except they want the country to
clear, sir.
to break.
Right? Let's get you clearer here.
Okay.
You are now declassifying some classified info, and to if we yes, if we understand what you mean now, is that even though there is an expected arrangement that says that you know, the northerners who are now out of power, majority of them are angry that the power is no longer in their charge and they are just waiting. They can't wait to have it back. So are you saying that your declassified info shows that that power is not leaving the south, and in fact, an Igbo man will succeed at thiefnubu? Or is that a joke? Are you?
Yes. No. I'm not. No. Who is joking with you? Who is joking with you? Who is joking with you?
Sometimes
because
be pulling legs because when you say, because that's a very powerful thing. Oh, you sure?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because we want this country to break. So the breaking of this country is that after Tinubu going to spend his 8 years, 8 clear years, which already a yes. After 8 years, we're now saying that it is Igbo's turn. Igbo's turn. They answer that okay, Igbo's turn, but they do not want Obi. They don't want Obi. So I am suggesting that okay, they should take my friend Fidelis Odita, who is very good and everything. We finish together at the University of Lagos, greatest Akokites.
Right.
Fidelis Odita. Yes. Fidelis Odita. So they said I should take the general to find other 2 people again, make it 4. They want to be 4. So
let me give you one name.
Yes.
Let me give you one name.
Please do.
Osita is a member of this platform. Okay, if you don't like Osita,
okay, please.
I have Ken. These are people I can send in if they are interested.
Please do. Very, very important. Please, because if there is Odita, then this Osita, then I need 2 more. Make it 4.
Write it down. Say
please.
Osita one name. That
send it to me 2 WhatsApp, please.
Background check.
Please. We need 4 people because I told them categorically that Igbo is the investment now. Igbo and Igbo will go to spend at least 8 years also. Then after that,
Doctor, let me take another one. I don't want you to unleash everything here tonight. Do you understand?
Okay.
But we get the message. We get it. So, which means say this shit in the last 8 years. And let me know my last. People will go remain, no go plenty.
God bless you.
Make Igbo no can rule over dead people. Because by the time thiefnubu spend 80 years, a lot of us now our graves they go they put voters card. They say, hello, come on, boy. If you can hear me, if you can hear, we are calling your spirit to come and vote. Sure you get, because by then there will be nobody left. Anyway, somebody says it's a joke. It may actually not be a joke. Trust me, politics can be very funny. And from what we have heard too, right? Even the North is so afraid that that power may not even come back to them. But everybody shall they put their own agenda, inside agenda. Last, agenda magba agenda me. Now those who can survive. Now those ones will go tell you their stories. Here is another caller. Hello there.
My ego general.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. My ego. Yo, I'm so happy to get in touch today. I've been looking for this opportunity for years. You won't believe. I've been following you for years. Let me tell you the 3 people I've been following. As I'm talking to you, I can see you smiling and watching you on the screen. Right. I'm so excited because a whole lot of people have been talking.
When people tell me that you don't know my ego, I'm so happy to be able to get in tonight. That moment, right? I feel sane because you see, that means I'm speaking to somebody for the first time or second time in a long time, and whatever you are feeling, I may not see your face as you are saying it. I would I want you to begin to look at my face on the screen as I am smiling, which is what I feel like, right? I bet you are doing the same, watching and be like,
do you know the good thing about this is this? A whole lot of people that I know that have been telling about Mayegu, and I believe most of them can hear my voice today. And many of them, even with the people I stay with, we most time we listen to the broadcast the next day, and I'm sure tomorrow they will say, You call. That's good. So just a quick one.
That's a very good one, Papa. See, listen, I appreciate you and people like yourself. And I know that I might have been speaking to a lot of people over the years, but something just tells me that I haven't even spoken to 5% of my viewers. Like,
you have no idea, my ego.
Well, yes, I appreciate when I managed to speak to one of you like this as well. It's the feeling is mutual. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, very mutual. Very, very mutual.
Bless you, Baba.
Now, my name is John.
John.
Yes. Right now, I am calling from Cape Town, South Africa. But
bless you.
I just came in, you know.
Right.
So I do watch your program anywhere I am in the world. But just a quick one. I don't want to talk about the topic of today. Right. You know, I want to use this medium to quickly educate my people, and I'll make it brief.
You have all my
First
attention.
Of all, thank God
you
for
have
you.
Our attention, please, and you have all the time.
Thank God for you. Thank God for you. The 3 people that I'm following for years from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is you, Mazinam Dikanu, and this guy they call Simon in Finland. There's something about that guy, but I don't want to talk about him now because a whole lot of people don't like him, mostly from their side. But one thing people need to understand is this: you cannot fight Nigeria and be in Nigeria safely. So those other IPOP that are in Nigeria are fighting that guy, they are wasting their time. Now let me educate my people. I am from Edo State. And now guess what? Let me tell you where I'm from in Edo State, my ego. My hometown is called Sobe. S-O-B-E, Sobe town. Those listening to me will know. And Sobe, we share boundary with Ifon. Ifon is under Ondo State, if I'm not mistaken. Sobe is under Edo State. Now let me tell you, we Sobe, we share things with Yoruba a whole lot. We share like spoon, we call spoon Shibi, where I come from. We have names like Ajayi, Bosse. My mom's name is Kokumo. I have cousin Adebayo. Even my kids, their middle name, which is other name, because I'm not that fluent. I'm this Lagos breed. I had to give them Yoruba name. I speak Yoruba and I understand Yoruba fluently. But do you know one thing that doesn't change is this? Despite how we share things with Yoruba and share some part of languages because we share boundary. Do you know what? Guess what we call money?
Tell us.
We call money ego.
Oh.
Ego. That's what we why don't we call money owo? Now you understand. We call money. No part in Edo State that we call that calls money owo. Not even where Oba of Benin from or whatever. So if they say Oduduwa, we are the Igodomigodo and we are under Biafra. So all Edos should wake up and understand this. The earlier they understand, the better. Even me that I'm so close to the Yoruba, we don't call money owo. We call money ego. Some part of Benin call money ego. You understand? Even Delta and all that. No part in all this that I call money owo. That's just what I want to chip in because I know a lot of people listening to your broadcast. So those from Edo State, they should start buckling up and ready to join the Biafra movement.
God bless
there is no time.
I know.
I was in Nigeria this last election. The previous one I was there, I voted Showore. This last one I did not vote. But anywhere I go in the streets, whenever I bring up this Nigeria matter, I would say to them, you see, this is your language that you normally use. That's what I use. I'll say to them, Nigeria will break up, not because me that I'm here want it to break up, or because you that you are here, you don't want it to break up. But one day you will sleep and wake up in another country.
That is right.
Those was my messages before
because
I left Nigeria.
Because it is true, Baba. Because if me and you should have our way right now, you could be general,
which is true.
Handling that of the army, the battalion around Edo, Benin, and all those areas, right? Me, I will be general,
yes,
leading my own charge from Ijebu, doing our own thing, because we don't want to be part of this contraption, right? And for those who want to keep the Nigeria too as well, right? They will say, come and break it. Come and break it. Why don't you come? Listen, everybody no stress himself. This people will do the job for all of us. What we are doing right now is to prepare the mind of everybody.
Because I know Emiloko is doing the job exactly what I wanted.
So why should I kind of start doing the job where they are already doing? They are putting everybody under hunger. They are destroying the economy.
I'm telling you.
They are devaluing the currency. Everybody is almost like becoming refugees in their own supposed town and state, Abi. So what else is left? The only thing that is left is to say we haven't broken up Nigeria, Abi. They will get there.
The fact is that Nigeria has broken up. Just that a whole lot of people need to wake up to the reality. It has already broken up already as we speak. Nigeria has never been divided like it is now before.
No.
Mayegu, thank you so much. Let me not take time because others would like to call in.
No,
God bless
you.
you.
Well.
Thank you, Mayegu.
Thank you too. Thank you very much for never giving up of calling in. Okay, finally you did it. Okay,
thank you.
Please continue to try to get in. Okay, a lot of people would love to hear from you. I promise.
I don't pay my offering, you know.
God bless you. You are so blessed, Baba. Thank you. And my regards to everybody in Cape Town. Okay, and take it easy too. Right?
Thank you.
Nice, Baba. So I am going to call it a night here. Our time is so up now. I've only got just about 4 minutes to go. And that 4 minutes includes the closing song. Now, if you joined us midway, this seems like it's an interesting night, right? I have a spoken mind and a lot of people have added their voices, okay? Some of them you probably won't agree with. Some you agree with. It's all normal, all right? So next time, you too can be on this call and tell us how you feel about any subject or title, whatever discussed. All right. And thanks so much to everybody who called in, all my callers. You all have a wonderful evening and even more and more better, wonderful night. So thanks so much. I will see you some other time. Good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.